How we all doing today, everyone? Sorry, just setting up, making sure my desk, my workspace here is a bit of a mess today. I know I need to clean it, but in the meantime, I probably will after the stream. But I'm just getting things situated. I think we're good to go. So many programs open too, so that's probably not going to help any. Speaking of which, maybe I should hold on 1 second. I'll do that so I can maybe close some of the programs in the background, so it's not going to be stuttering because I don't have a huge amount of RAM. My video driver is needs to be updated, but that can wait. Hopefully, won't interfere with anything. All right, we should be good to go. Let me make sure the audio is coming through. So hold on.
Play a game called WWE Champions, which, of all things, if you can believe it, is a WWE game.
Okay, that seems to be working okay. Audio seems to be well. Although I thought that was application 3. How many audio applications do I have? I have too many sources open on here, I really do. Close that, close that. All right. Rebsy's audio edit was good on that one. I keep forgetting to check his stuff. Hold on. Crap. I don't remember what is that it? No, that's not it. What's his actual channel called? There we go. Because I know I'm subscribed to him, but like for some reason, his videos never show up on my subscriptions feed for some reason. Loses it. Okay, we'll watch that. Let's see what else does he have. I know I watched that one. Fightcade is canceled. That was a while ago, but yeah, I will watch that one too then. First, we're gonna go back here. Yeah, the secret Discord rant that I didn't even know existed. But yeah, the secret Discord rant. Oh my gosh. Says a guy who claims he's never had a Discord before, but he definitely had. But whatever. All right, so I think we're good to go. I'm going to start now reacting to stuff. This one I really wanted to talk about, and apparently the only one that really had a clip of it was James the Lesser for some reason, so I'm going to watch this. I think Snort Hogan might have had the same clip too, I'm not sure, but... Or not Snort Hogan, Snort Burnell.
Play a game called WWE Champions, which, of all things, if you can believe it, is a WWE game that plays like Candy Crush. It's basically just moving gems around and breaking colored gems.
Hello, and welcome to James Let's Express Lane, where we get you in out as fast as possible. With DSP is... I don't know what's wrong with him, but he's literally doing this live right now as I'm recording. Let's watch.
Last month, this guy's fucking nuts. All right?
So, like, I don't know. Like, I don't mind watching James the Lesser's... James the Lesser when he's doing streams, but like, yeah, I don't really go to him for clips. But thankfully, this is mostly just the DSP clip and not so much him talking. So
he's bitching that dude is getting way more views than him, way more views. But that's not the big part. Let's continue.
Literally making it up. Now, here's the funny part about all of this, all right? Because he still thinks that this is something that's important. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, this is my phone right here. You want to know what I'm about to do? I'm about to open WWE Champions.
All right, so I obviously have seen this already before. First of all, Phil, why are you not showing everyone your new phone? We all know that you accidentally showed your new phone on camera. Brand new phone, because he had, what, the iPhone 6 or 7 for the longest fucking time. and he finally updated and got a newer phone. His phone that he looks like he has is maybe even a Samsung. It's definitely bigger than the one he has. And I'm not going to be the one to like shit on him for getting a new phone. His phone was way out of date. So, I mean, like, yeah, if you want to update, obviously phones stop working after a while and everything, right? Especially with iPhones. They're like built in to like degrade over time, so you keep having to buy new and new phones. So it makes sense that he would eventually have to buy a new phone. I'm not shitting on him for buying a new phone, but the fact that he is trying to hide it so obviously is kind of funny. So I'm making fun of him for like him trying to hide it because he doesn't want distractions. You know, he got a new phone or whatever, right?
Right now on my phone.
Yeah,
okay, right now,
he's probably used the Kino buff money to buy a new phone.
Are you ready for this? This is going to be a good one, folks.
Actually, no. I think the new phone thing happened before the Kino Casino shit, but still.
You ready for this? Hold on. I'll do it in full screen, too.
That's right, guys. He's totally owning the meme by playing it live on stream.
Yeah, he is doing it live on stream, but he's not going to show us. So this is, again, just like the what was it, the 25 push-ups off screen that he claimed he did? You remember someone supposedly was gonna give him $100 if he did 25 push-ups as fast as he could, and he does it off screen, even though now he has a new camera that he could easily move the camera down so that he could show everyone his phone, but he still won't do that. Because if you get the username on my WWE Champions account, that could be like backtrack to find all this secret information apparently. And I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, how would that risk your family, risk your wife, by somehow us finding the name of your WWE Champions account? How is that a thing? I don't get that. How can we somehow use his screen name to retroact and search for other games? Is he actually playing other games and spending the same? Is he spending the same amount of money that he is in WWE Champions on other games as well? I mean, I know in the Side Scrolls interview, he did mention that he was playing that new Street Fighter mobile game, gotcha game. So he's probably spending a lot of money on that too. Yeah, I remember that, JDX.
I'm on the
phone.
phone.
He's like, look, it's my bills, guys. My phone bill, my internet bill, my taxes.
You ready? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the store in WWE Champions
again,
right now.
He's just saying this, but he has no proof.
I'm going to buy a pack of coins. You ready?
And this, like, this looks so terrible. This little screen that he has in the background, it's like all super pixelated and just looks like trash.
All right, here we go. Oh my God, here we go. I purchased a pack of coins in WWE Champions live on stream, everyone. Can you believe it? Oh my, are you ready for this? Folks, I'm going to the loot tab. I'm actually going to the...
He sure seems to know quite a lot about the game. For someone who doesn't play it anymore and hasn't played it in such a long time, blah, blah, blah. Sus.
The Unbreakable Dragon loot, and I'm clicking.
He even knows the name of the current events that are going on. The current event that is going on in WWE Champions, he knows right off the bat what the name of it is and everything.
Going to pull for WWE Champions live on stream. The Hogans are about to come, brother. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1. I
hate it when he does that. I fucking hate it when he does that. It happens all the time when he's playing Street Fighter too. He's like, I'm like, God damn it, just shut up, dude.
I got some shards.
And you guys ever notice how like all these pictures that he has on this stupid monitor, none of them have his wife in it? There's not a single picture of him and his wife on the little monitor here. Like you can't even put the wedding photo of you two on there. I mean, it's super fucking pixelated. Just look at this picture of Jasper, and it's like a pixel art fucking thing. It's like maybe you either fucked it up or it's not meant to be showing actual pictures and like more like logos. Like it when he first got it and we first set it up and it showed YouTube and his like subscription numbers and like it showed all the stats for his different YouTube channels. That actually looked good in my opinion. When he first set it up and it said YouTube and the DSPGaming and the different stats or whatever, and it cycled between his 3 different channels that he has, that actually looked like a normal thing a real YouTuber would have. It looked normal. But then he's like, fuck that, I can't figure this out. I can't figure out how to change the color on this. And basically, it's just, he added all these stupid ass fucking photos and shit instead. I'm like, why did you change all the photos and stuff? Why did you change it to the photos when it actually looked kind of sort of professional back then? And of course you're right. We're always right about this shit. Oh yeah, he's definitely trying to like mirror the Kino Casino setup. I'm surprised he hasn't bought a slot machine thing from Amazon yet, because they have a bunch of those small little slot machine things that like are super cheap that you could fucking buy a small miniature one. I saw someone on Twitter show like a miniature, like it works. It's like a miniature Street Fighter 2 arcade cabinet. I'm surprised he hasn't bought that and put that in the background, to be honest. Because I'm like, at least that's kind of cool looking. It lit up and it looked like it was working, or at least showing a demo or something. I'm like, that's actually related to what he likes. I mean, that makes more fucking sense than this glorified digital photo frame that he has here that isn't even good. Actually, he should have just bought a digital photo frame. It would be a lot clearer resolution. It wouldn't be pixelated like that. I know I'm just going off on random shit, but still.
To this fucking guy. Who is this? It says him. Who the fuck is this guy? I don't even know. It's one of the newer Carmelo Hayes. I got 100 Carmelo Hayes.
See, the on-air one doesn't look that bad either. Like, that's the only decent one that's on there. Oh,
shit. I didn't get a Hogan this time, brother. Do you see, Duty? Can I tell you something, Duty?
Oh, it's all Duty's fault, though.
I bet the IRS will care. I bet, maybe if anyone fucking cares about the bankruptcy stuff, I bet maybe the bankruptcy courts would care. You committed bankruptcy fraud. You've been committing tax fraud for years. They might care. Because you've been denying it for years, and now you're admitting it. Because you're high on the Hogans. You're high on all the tips you've been getting and all the super chats you've been getting. You got more super chats in August than you did in June and July combined. So you're like,
he's
all right, I can
right.
spend whatever money I want.
James is right.
Come to me. Me. Keep it up, DSP. Please keep blowing money on WWE champions. Makes it even.
So it's like, obviously James is right. Everything he said is correct. He committed bankruptcy fraud. He claims that he needed $5,000 a month in business expenses when really all that $5,000 was just going into WWE champions. And like this whole thing with the Kino Casino, and they're like, they're co-opting this WWE champions thing that everyone has an issue with by saying that detractors think that the WWE champions thing that he obviously is addicted to is the worst thing that DSP has ever done. And that's not correct at all. Like, 9 times out of 10, you ask any detractor, the I can't even talk. WWE champions thing is egregious, sure, but it's not the worst thing he's ever done. And like everyone else is going to have their own ideal of what the worst thing he's ever done is, but on the top of that list is probably him committing animal abuse on Jasper is probably a big one, because you don't fuck with animals online. That's a big no-no. A lot of people are animal lovers. You're going to piss everyone off. The fact that he decided not to do blood work for Jasper and instead spend $400 on a fucking $300 on an arcade stick, and then another $400 on a different arcade stick a year later, is really gonna piss people off. the fact that he abuses his fans and his wife more than likely is also going to piss people off. There's a ton of vile, nasty shit that this man has done to his fans, his friends, and his family alike that is so much more worse than him his spending addiction on WWE champions. It really is. He's done so much negative, heinous shit that is way worse than WWE champions. The main thing that pisses people off about WWE champions isn't the fact that, oh, it's his money and he can spend it however he wants. That would be fine if he had a normal job. But he doesn't have a normal job. He consistently, no matter how much money this asshole gets, he will beg so fucking hard for his fans to get more and more money. The whole save the house, the whole, oh, I need to raise money to pay taxes. And then all that quote unquote supposedly tax money goes to WWE champions. It's this, like, it's fraud. 100% is fraud. He's a pig who cried wolf. Like, he's constantly crying wolf. My house is gonna get taken away. They're gonna take my house away and everything. And then he uses that money to fucking play WWE champions. That's the problem people have. If you are earning this money legitimately through sponsorships, through having a job, a real job, shit like that, people would not give a shit that you were spending all this money on WWE champions. But you're spending it through the false, what's the right word? I'm not even thinking the right word. False premises, not false premises. Fuck, like this crying poor, crying broke, right? And then you take that fucking money after begging so many people for it, and you fucking just spend it on WWE champions. That's what people are pissed off about. Yeah, you're right, JDX. It's insane that, like, how laughably ignorant the court system was for his bankruptcy. It really is surprising that no one really gave a shit and no one was even really trying to actually look into the matter, because, like, even if you don't know who DSP was, like, all the paperwork that he filled out made it look very suspicious that he was hiding something. And he was, obviously. He was hiding WWE champions. He was hiding the fact that he was committing tax fraud. And that's a big fucking problem. We don't care that, like, he's technically spending all this money on WWE champions, but we care that he committed tax fraud. We care that he got bankruptcy under false... What the hell is that word? I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the fucking word, but, like, false information that he gave for fucking taxes and shit. Like, it all adds up to, like, him being a lying, conniving fraud and a con man.
Even funnier. This is all because studios point out, hey, he spent $2,448 on WWE champions. Over $26,000 in, like, what, the past 2 months, 3 months? Congratulations, DSP, by owning the meme, by spending even more money. Dumbass. Let me let you guys go. Thank you for watching. As always.
Anyway, next video.
Last time I had financial freedom was probably 2014
Perjury,
when
yeah.
I moved out here. That
He
was
lied
the end of
on-
it.
he lied
Seriously,
in
like
court.
2014.
That is an arrestable offense, too. Obviously. He doesn't care.
All right, good morning, everyone.
Apparently
what is
the
up?
court doesn't
Hello,
care either,
hello.
but-
Everyone who is here already.
I would love to
Personally,
have the
I would like to
IRS
start the
actually look
podcast
back
early.
into that.
This is a
but
big one. This podcast
that's never gonna happen
may
now.
be one of my
He's
most
too
watched
small,
in history
technically.
overall. I don't think it's going to be like the most watched live. With the topics that I actually have to talk about today, kind of out of nowhere, I get the feeling people will be talking about this show quite a bit over the course of today.
So this is his
tomorrow.
response to
Can't believe
to Keemstar, I think. And apparently him and Keemstar is going on Phil's show or channel or whatever on Wednesday, I think it is. not really. I doubt anything really good is going to come off of it. It's probably going to be a nothing burger. Now, I do know that Keemstar is not one to kiss ass and suck dick like the Kino cucks are, right? Because Kino Casino is obviously glazing the fuck out of Phil. And obviously it's a gay op or psyop to try to get information out of Phil. And they sort of kind of got him to admit that the Down from the Rafters account was his. But really they phrased it in a way to where they tricked him into it. So it's like, it doesn't really count. Because DSP was like, yeah, I'll just lie and say it's mine. But he didn't actually come out and admit that it was his. So I'm like, was that all that really worth sucking Phil's fucking dick for half a month? Like, they keep failing because they tried to get Medicare interview or confrontation with Medicare and DSP. And I'll be the first to say, I would love to have Medicare actually come and confront DSP. But that's never going to happen, unfortunately. Medicare declined that interview. He wasn't feeling that good, obviously, which is understandable since he's going through whatever he's going through right now. So he wasn't able to do that, so that fell through. Then they're going to have a co-op stream with Mudahar, and that fell through because Mudahar canceled at the last second, which, again, that wouldn't have really amounted to much anyway because, like, Mudahar is, like, fucking losing his mind currently anyway. So, like, he's falling apart. So that wouldn't really have amounted to much of fucking anything anyway, right? And then today you had that whole interview with Josh Moon. I did watch some of that. I watched the tail end of that. So it's like it wasn't a whole lot of gold dust in there, to be honest. They did apparently get DSP to ban Derek finally. That's the biggest thing that came out of this. And DSP was doing it to appease them. He still doesn't really understand why he had to do it. He was just basically kind of sort of forced or nudged into banning Derek. It was like, hey, this will make you look better if you actually ban fucking Derek. But you can tell that DSP really didn't want to, and DSP really didn't understand why he had to, or he felt like he had to, right? Because obviously Derek probably has some fucking dirt on DSP, and you know how pedophiles fucking stick up for each other and defend one another, right? And they're both fucking pedophiles. I'm sorry, but they are. So that's the biggest thing that probably came out of this. So if you want to count that as a fucking win, I mean, go ahead. But yeah, he was fighting to try to defend Derek really hard. He just wasn't able to fully give any justification to keep him on as a fan or whatever. He lost that argument, I guess, or whatever. But that's the only real thing that came out of it. You had that, and from what I'm to gather, they convinced him to take credit and lie. Well, they phrased it as lie that the Down for the Rafters count is his, and he finally lied and say it is his. But I mean, you can take that out of context and clip that, I'm sure, and people are going to. But DSP only admitted to that under the pretense that it was him lying about it. He didn't actually admit that of his own volition in that sense. So that was really a nothing burger. And obviously Josh Moon doesn't know half of the shit about fucking DSP enough to really call him out on much. I mean, people were trying, like, minutes before the fucking interview, you had people fucking try to coach Josh Moon to, like, tell him more about who DSP was. Josh didn't even know who the fuck Derek was up until, like, the night before the fucking interview. He didn't know who the fuck Derek was. And obviously we all know that fucking Josh Moon has the fucking hots for Cat too, so that's, and in the past he wanted to get rid of the fucking DSP board anyway. So that's again a nothing burger. Was all of this shit worth the Kino Casino boys sucking Phil's dick, calling him king, helping him get all this fucking money and extra donations and shit like that? All for what? Derek being banned, what's the end goal here? What's really going to be worth making themselves look like a giant ass on stream, online? Because the Kino Casino guys are losing their own fans, losing their own memberships, making themselves look like fucking cucks to DSP. For what? What is the end goal? What is going to actually be worth it? And then people saying, oh, there's going to be fallout from this, and then eventually the other boot's going to fall. I don't think the Kino Casino guys can keep this up forever, but I don't really see what they're trying to, their ultimate goal is trying to be. I feel like the Medicare interview was the main thing they were trying to go for, and now that that fell through, they don't really have anything to really aim towards, you know what I mean? And it's like, well, what are they trying to do now? Like, what's their end goal? Nothing really is going to be worth it aside from maybe the Medicare interview, but I don't know. It's like, oh, you can get, what's the phrasing? It's like you get more, what is it? Like you can get more something with honey than with salt or something. I don't know what the euphemism is, but it's like you can get more, like by being nice to the person, you can get more out of it than by being a negative asshole. And I get that approach. I do get that. But you can respect DSP without sucking his dick so fucking hard. There's a difference between respecting a person or feigning respect for a person than sucking his dick and, like, you know what I mean, kissing his ass 24/7. There's a difference there. Oh, Derek's been on watch for like years, at least.
Phil's still talking about views. Views. Yeah, views. On the Kino Casino guys.
I don't want to be Mr. Views.
Because they put up a video that's negative about me the other day. If you can believe it. Right? So have they turned on DSP? Also, we're going to talk about Mudahar and what happened earlier this week. And then all of a sudden, after he cancels on our collaboration, he deletes his Twitter account. And everyone's freaking out across the internet about it. So we'll talk about that. Also, you want to talk about big news. Are you ready for this? Keemstar, of all people, Daniel Keem, has apologized to me publicly. What happens yesterday? I never expected. I know it's unprecedented.
Unprecedented, guys.
Right? Like, holy crap. Who would have thunk that what happened yesterday would have possibly...
And it seemed like Keemstar was doing that thing where it's like, have you guys seen the thing where it's like, I would never say this, but I can say this because I'm joking about this, and I'm not going to repeat it because it's bad. But you know what I mean? Like, but really, this, right? So Keemstar was doing that with DSP. It's like, oh, I was saying... no, see, if I was really hating you, I would say DSP's a filthy, pathetic beggar and he's never going to amount to anything. I would never say that, right? That's something I would say if I really fucking hated you. But I don't hate you, so I'm not going to say DSP's a piece of shit. You know what I mean? He was like underhand, like fucking really like just talking shit about him. Like, but then pulling it back and be like, oh, I would never say that, though. Right? It's like, obviously you're saying that, but you're saying it in a way to where it's like, oh, no, I didn't actually say that. I said, this is what I would say if I didn't like you, but I never said I didn't like you, so I didn't actually say that. You know what I mean? That's like kind of his apology was kind of a backhanded compliment that went over DSP's not compliment, a backhanded insult that went over DSP's head because he's too fucking idiot. And as much as I fucking hate Keemstar, I don't think Keemstar is going to suck DSP's dick the same way the Kino Casino guys are. Now, Keemstar's probably going to be cordial and not just outright attack him or anything like that and be professional or whatever. But the Keemstar is not going to suck his dick like fucking Kino Casino cucks are going to be, right? So
possibly happen, all right? So I get wind of this, actually, from my moderators of all people, because I was actually just kind of casually And I open my
Oh,
phone,
I'll have
my
to watch that
moderators are
Super
kinda
Crazy
freaking out.
video
They're like,
then.
are you aware that Keemstar just made a video about you apologizing publicly for his behavior?
Well, let's
And
be
I was
honest,
like,
a lot
"Yo,"
of
and that
DSP's fans are like
seems
really
kinda
touched in the
unlikely
head.
or weird. And I'm
and
like, well, I'm gonna check it out for myself. All right, so ladies and gentlemen,
the
before
scourge
I even
of
make
the
a
internet
single
kind of
comment
thing.
about it, I think that we should watch it together live, shouldn't we? Shouldn't we just give it a clean watch? So here it is. First of all, we'll watch this, and then I'm gonna tell you, how I reacted to it.
Because like Keemstar, in my opinion, is just not just as much, but Keemstar, in my opinion, is a lolcow, just like Boogie, just like Wings, just like DSP. He's not as bad as these people because he is a bit more self-aware than a lot of the lolcows. But you are the company you keep, right? And he is in deep with Boogie and Wings. He is 100% just as much a lolcow as these people. Now, he's more self-aware of it, I think. But still, that doesn't make him any better than the people on his show, than the people he makes fun of all the time. And like, when he's actually on camera, like, he's portraying himself in a better light when he's on camera than he is when he's on a Twitter. Because if you go on Keemstar's Twitter and just see the insane bullshit that he posts on a daily basis, he is fully just as much unhinged as fucking Wings, Boogie, and DSP. He is just full on spurging out quite a bit on fucking Twitter. But he's able to like reel it in and compose himself and portray himself in a better light when he's on camera than he is on social media. Now, I don't know if he's doing it purposely on social media to rile up, because he's obviously placating his image towards far right people. So I don't know if he's like trying to placate to the far right audience on Twitter. I'm not sure if he actually believes all the stupid shit that he posts on Twitter or not. And again, there's nothing wrong with right, left. I'm not getting into politics there. I'm just saying he's obviously trying to get the far right audience vote and rile them up. And it's pretty pathetic, is all I'm saying. But I digress. Let's go.
Here, all right? So, ladies and gentlemen, unedited, pure, unscripted. He's blocked, by the way. He's blocked on Twitter. Let's see what Keem has
And I
to
can't
say
believe
about
he's
it. Ready?
actually
All right, here we
keeping
go.
the streak.
Dear
He's
Dark
actually
Side-
paying attention to the streak and counting the streak still. Like, this is, again, just like I was there when the vest streak was a thing. So, how long is this fucking streak gonna go up to? Is this gonna go up to 246 again until it fails and you freak the fuck out when it fails again? I don't know.
Phil, DSP.
I do remember when the vest streak was a thing, it was only $100. It wasn't a $150 goal, though. And he's counting each streak at the max amount of tips at $150, not $100.
I do. Last night, I was just being a hater, and worse than that, I was being hypocritical. For those of you that don't know the context, we were watching a Review Tech USA exposed documentary last night. There was a section that came up between DSP and Review Tech USA, and my chat was...
For the record, I don't know what documentary he's talking about. I don't think this is the June the King one, because I don't think there is a section in the June the King one that's me versus Rich. So he must have been watching a different documentary. I don't even know which one.
There's a ton of documentaries on him and you, Phil.
And I basically said something along the lines of, you guys can all like have this little troll that he's king, but that guy's still a loser and he's going to remain a loser. He's always going to be on level 1, da-da-da-da-da.
I mean,
And
it's true.
this morning I woke up thinking about that, and I'm like, I am just being a fucking hater. I'm just being a hater. But more than that, I'm being hypocritical. What is lolcow life, right? Part of it is redemption arc for Wings and Boogie. You know what I mean? So why am I hating on someone else?
Again, Keem, like, I go and I watch lolcow live and they aren't being redeemed at all. Like, it's 100%, lolcow live is 100% scripted bullshit, and you're obviously just putting them in positions to where they are making more asses out of themselves than they normally would. And that's fine for entertainment sake, especially for people who don't like these two people, which is probably their main audience. I get that. But I wouldn't really call that a redemption arc, though. I'm like, I don't think that's them redeeming themselves. And the fact that you claimed you were going to fire Boogie and then you never did fire Boogie and you kept him on after he faked fucking cancer, I don't think so. I don't think he's redeemed from faking fucking cancer.
So I owe you an apology, Darksydephil. I may think in my head that you're not going to take advantage of this opportunity. You're going to end up right where you are. But I shouldn't hope that. I shouldn't put that energy out there, right? So yeah, I know we have our differences. And
He isn't gonna
to shit on you last night. And,
take advantage of this situation. Of course not. He's doing this
unedited. No,
he's doing the same shit he always does. Of course he's not gonna take advantage of this shit. It's fucking what the hell was that game? The Homefront: The Revolution all over again. He finally got a video that hit so many millions of views or whatever. What does he do after that? He goes on a staycation in fucking Seattle, Washington, right? Like, who cares?
no commentary from me on it whatsoever. I felt like the best way to approach it would be to do an honest playing of what it is. So you guys now have heard what he had to say. What I posted yesterday, because I basically quote tweeted it, right? And I said, should I respond to this? And by the way, this is all I said about it all day. Should I respond to this? And what I'd like to do is just go through and actually try to get some public opinion on if you guys think that I should actually respond to Keemstar or not. So we'll just scroll all the way to the bottom here. Rubbing their hands together. Yeah, getting that vibe back, baby.
Getting that groove back.
And we'll read, we're probably not going to read all of them, but we'll try to get through them here. You should glaze him like you did on side scrollers. You're a
Keem, you're a man who... That's basically what he did. He, like, sucked up to Keem hardcore on fucking side
grown man, figure it out. How do you not realize after all these years you're being trolled by Kino and all of this is just an entire saga?
It really
You're
is,
still a level
though.
1 beggar. I don't think you even have a 1-up on Rich.
Yep.
Well, there you go. But that being said, we're 5 likes away from 250, and it would be great if we could get some tips on the strish.
More begging. Yes, of course.
They're asking. You've never taken anyone's advice. You always do everything correct. I mean, that is true. I did nothing wrong. I do everything correct. That is absolutely true. That's why I don't need a redemption arc, by the way.
I did nothing correct. I did everything wrong.
No, go complain for donos on your stream. All right, I will. Guys, thank you so much because we have hit 250 likes on this stream. I really appreciate that.
It's like obviously this whole arc, right? This whole fake redemption arc, which isn't a redemption arc at all, because DSP can never fully be redeemed in my eyes, right? Like, no matter what happens, he's never going to be redeemed because he's never going to admit that he was ever wrong about anything. He doesn't understand that he hasn't changed at all. He loves to pretend and claim that he's changed and he's a different person. He's not a different person. He hasn't changed. He never will change, right? So this isn't a redemption arc, but whatever you want to call this arc, right? Where he's high on the hog, so to speak. He's like, has all this confidence that he didn't have before. He's calling out people left and right, and is just full of, more so than before, full of vitriol and all this shit, right? I don't know. At first, I found it very annoying. Now, and it's still annoying to a point, but like, I'm kind of enjoying this now more than I did before because he's acting like the heel he always wanted to be. He, like, even on the, not SOK, what was it? The Street Fighter forums, like the fighting game community forums, when he first started talking shit and doing all that shit, even back then, he was portraying himself as the heel, as the wrestling villain that he was, right? He always loved to pretend that he was some, like, wrestling villain. He's like, oh yeah, brother, I'm the heel, and I'm gonna, like, the villain here and shit. I don't know much about wrestling, I'm sorry, but, like, he was always portraying himself as such. He loved to do that, especially back on the that fighting game forum board. So, starting then, and he's finally coming into that full realization of being this overly confident douchebag heel villain saga, right? So I think I'm gonna call this his villain saga, right? This is his villain saga awakening that's going on right now, and he's here and he's gonna talk all this mad shit and act like he's impervious to everything. And it is entertaining in a way because he's unironically doing this. He's not doing this to play a part or doing this with the full understanding of what he's doing, he's unironically thinking he's untouchable. And that makes it even funnier, in my opinion, because it's like, the eventual fall from this. Because I don't think either the Kino Casino boys and him, none of them can keep this act up forever. This is eventually, there's going to be a fall from grace again. That's just kind of how the cycles and arcs go with DSP. It really is just like an anime. So the fallout is going to be fucking hilarious. And while this keeps up, it is pretty entertaining to see him just go full on 100% fucking narcissist mode. Like heel villain type thing. It is funny, in my opinion.
Get some more. I mean, we have over 600 viewers, and I'm sure that at least half of you are not pocket watching hater losers. You know, really detractive, waste of life shit.
Says the pocket watcher. Says the one that was pocket watching fucking duty streams, like, insanely. He's like, oh, he makes more money than me. This is bullshit. He shouldn't be clipping my stuff. He can't make money off of me by clipping me. I'm like, DSP, do you not know how many people clip your shit? And then we'll get into it, because I think there's another video where we discuss that. But then he's trying to clip his own stuff, thinking that, like, oh yeah, detractors don't have to watch Duty or anyone else who clips my stuff. They could just watch my clips, even though they're clipping completely different things. DSP's clipping shit that makes him look, that he thinks makes him look good, while detractors are clipping the good gold dust. They're clipping the stuff that is fucking hilarious and doesn't show him in the best light, because that's who he really fucking is, right? So there's two different audiences, and no, like, why would detractors ever use his own clips? Like, when he's clipping the wrong things that we aren't interested in. You know what I mean? But
so if you could like the stream, if you're not like that and you're a good person.
Oh yeah, because only good people like his shit, right?
Stated, thank you for the support.
Only the good people fucking like his stuff.
Because I'm trying to hit that tier 2 tips goal by the end of this podcast. Okay? Here's a good one. DSP right now. Oh! Why not? Someone posting up my most embarrassing moment from 2016. Like I haven't seen this about 70, 80,000 times.
But I thought Cat cries every time she sees that, Phil.
Something at least, right? I mean, it's pretty unprecedented that this guy...
Again, like I said, he doesn't have a single image of him and his wife together. It's always him and his cat, or just his cat. Some family you got there, huh, Phil?
I would ever publicly apologize. So I will say something on it, all right? First of all, I'm not going to go crazy here into detail, all right? But
okay, guys.
Right? He says in this apology, I'm sorry for being a hater because I was crapping on you last night, but I noticed...
Why do you have to paraphrase? Why do you have to paraphrase what Keem said? We just saw what Keem said. Why do you have to, like, dumb it down for your audience? Is your audience really that full of retards? And we know they are. We know his audience actually is. But, like, it's pretty obvious they are fucking retards. But, like, I love how he literally has to take what they just saw and, like, paraphrase and twist the words around so their dumbass dented brains can actually understand what he's saying. I love that.
Chat, as I was crapping on you, that everyone was in my chat saying Phil is king, Phil is king. Everyone was being positive towards
Yeah, it's cringe.
And I recognize that.
Because they're sucking your dick.
Think about it, but now I've kind of admit I'm being hypocritical and a hater because I myself make content that's supposed to be redemption arc content for Boogie and Wings.
But it isn't, obviously. We've already discussed that. It definitely isn't fucking redemption
and
material.
For me to then say that it's happening to you is bullshit and you're still going to be a loser and on level 1 is very hypocritical.
And you can never actually be fully redeemed, Phil. Sorry, it's never going to happen unless you honestly become self-aware and take a good fucking look at what you've done and the pain that you have caused people. The abuse that you afflicted on your fans and your detractors, mostly your fans though, your own fans that you have abused so much, all the begging, all the not pain, harm that you've caused people in the past.
It's going against what I'm doing, right?
Which he'll never take a full...
Right? It is still an apology though, and that's something different. That's something big, no? To actually get an apology out of Keemstar. I mean, how many people have actually gotten an apology like that out of Keemstar?
Quite a bit, actually, I think. Like, there's been quite a few times where Keem got a story wrong here or there on his drama alert, and he apologized for it right then and there. He called himself out for it a few times. I'm pretty sure he's apologized more
Probably
than
not
once
many. Probably
about
has
that.
over the years, I'm sure. But a guy like him, so egotistical and everything, to actually like
projection. Oh my gosh, the
apologize like
projection.
that, right?
He's so
He's something
egotistical.
different,
He's
you know?
so
It's kinda weird.
narcissist.
It's weird
Okay,
to hear that,
Phil.
for me to even be talking about that, this morning. Okay?
Okay.
And by the way, we should say this too. The one reason why
I need to
he's
stop
apologizing
pausing these videos so much.
is
It's
because
been
of the
like
chat.
45 minutes and I
You
went through
understand
like
that?
2
he was
videos so
streaming
far.
this
What the
documentary
fuck?
about Rich.
I'm
that
never
was
going to
very,
catch up with this
anti-rich. He
rate.
was
I have so
slamming
much
Rich
shit
and
to
everything.
watch.
And the segment came up about me, and he says, "Oh, he's a loser, whatever."
And
the
it's
chat-
like every day he's done. I'm pausing again. Fuck. But like, it's like every day he's just so fucking unhinged. He goes on so much insane fucking rants. It's so hard to keep up and cover. So like, big ups to all the actual, like, the bigger detractors like WPIG and ALT, who like does streams like twice a fucking day and shit, just trying to keep up. It's insane.
It's like, no, he's king. Don't you understand? People like him now. We're watching his
King
content.
of what,
All
Phil?
that stuff is bullshit.
Hmm?
We don't care about
I
it.
thought you weren't
We
the king of
Phil
hate
now.
anymore,
It's
so
not
what
right
else
that
could you
you're
be
slandering him
if
like
you're
this
not
on your
the
stream. This is
king?
old, tired shit. Cut it out. Phil's king. And then when he saw that,
Cut it out. You're not
realized,
allowed to make
oh,
fun of him
so I guess
anymore.
the
Don't you
shtick
know
won't
he's
work
the
anymore,
king?
right? Like the shtick literally will not
The king
work.
of fools,
I
yeah.
can't just sit here and crap
It's
on Phil anymore
topsy-turvy day up
because
in this
public opinion
bitch.
has changed. What I'd like to do is I would make an offer that I will appear on his lolcow podcast.
Like, whoa.
For a very small contribution to the king's coffers of $50,000. If you would like to pay me $50,000 to appear on his show.
Sorry, Phil, you kind of blew the chance to get $50,000. I know you're regretting that decision a lot now and everything, but you fucking blew any chance you have of getting that free $50,000.
For a 2-hour segment, I will appear on his show for 2
Not
hours.
gonna
for
happen.
$50,000.
Oh yes, money. Very nice, money.
And no, this is not a joke. 50 grand, and I will appear on his show.
You're
Now I'm
never
actually
going to be
making a
worth
real public
$50,000,
offer
Phil.
That's actually, not bullshit. All right,
Sorry.
50 grand.
You
and I will
lost
come
a
on your
chance
show
on
for
that.
2 hours, and we will talk about whatever. I mean, don't expect me to be doing any kind of crazy shit. But since you're so desperate to have the king on your show, I mean, literally, you've talked about me like every fucking
You
show,
see how
pretty much.
big
Yeah,
his
entire
ego has
episode's
grown from
dedicated
this
to me.
whole king
It
shit
only
too?
seems fair that the king should be collecting his tithes.
The
and
king of
taxes,
fools, the king of
right? You know what I'm
retards, the
saying?
king of
So,
dents.
Yeah, 50 grand.
the king
and
of
I'll go on the
hate.
lolcow show for 2 hours, one live show, and we'll do whatever. Fair enough. Or I'll make a counter offer for you because I'll be honest. I've seen the show recently. It's not very good. It's pretty bad. All right, the show is pretty much on its last legs at this point, even though you do have a large group of really mentally stunted people who watch it and think that it's like quality
More
content. It's
projection,
really
talking
bad.
about
And you
himself
can tell that
here.
this show is definitely not gonna
Talking
exist
about yourself
forever.
right now.
This is his latest venture of crap that's not going to work, just like his happy punch bullshit where it was supposed to be a big thing that him and Boogie and Wings were going to keep boxing other people. It never happened. It fell apart. It's junk. No one likes it. And his show right now is
Not
falling
yet,
apart.
JDX. I
I'm
do
a
have
host,
that
I'm
up in
show,
the.
they're on the show,
I can
I'm
watch
paying
that
the host,
next
I'm
if
not
you
paying the
want.
host, now I'm doing this.
But I
I'm doing
haven't
that.
watched
Oh, we have
that
no
one yet.
content. Oh shit, let's make Boogie pick up trash and drink piss.
I
And
did find the video
it
though.
can only last so far. So I'm gonna make a counter offer because I'll be honest, I don't think Keemstar can afford $50,000 for me to be on his show. I don't think that would happen.
He definitely could afford $50,000, but you totally lost your chance to get that free $50,000 just for being on the show, Phil. You lost that. And you're never going to get that back. So let that sink in. You're never going to get that $50,000 back. And let's be honest, you would waste that money anyway. All this extra income that he's gotten, and he can't use that money to fix up his fucking house. He literally has a 3-bathroom house, and only one of those bathrooms are actually working. Oh, but it would cost way more money than that. No, if you actually were saving up the money you were getting every fucking day for this bullshit vest streak of his, he would actually be able to fucking fix up the place. But he won't do that. No, of course not.
I think actually, and by the way, I'll say this too: no counter offers. It's either you accept the offers or nothing. There's no
Guess
counter
what? He
offer.
didn't.
We're
Big
not gonna
shock.
Negotiate. This is Now you're in the king's court. You understand?
Oh my
I
God.
hold the cards now. I control the situation. Not
Like
you.
I said,
have
his
all the
like
power,
villain
not you.
arc
So it's
here.
either 50 grand or nothing. 50 grand or I'm not going to be on your show. But I do have another offer for you. You appear here on my Level 1 podcast. You don't have to pay to be on my show. You can be a guest on my show. Now here's the thing. In order to actually have that happen, Keemstar would actually have to find a way to lower himself to my level on Level 1. Because usually what he does is he'll go on his Twitter and he'll scream and be like, blah, 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 blah.
Ain't
I'm
that
not
what
gonna
you
be
do though,
following you on
Phil? I'm
Twitter.
pretty sure you do the same shit.
I'm not going to, if you actually literally go on Twitter right now and say, I accept, I don't give a fuck. You actually have to contact me like a man, like a business transaction, which is what this should be. Not you screaming like a child on Twitter.
Yeah,
and acting like an
exactly. He
immature
does the
child.
same
I
thing
want you
that
to
he
actually,
claims the detractors are
contact
doing.
me via a method that
And
makes
his
sense. It
actual
exists.
audience
I
is
have
actually
email,
full of mentally
Twitter. I do have
disabled
a Twitter
people. Though.
account. You're blocked
Like
on
that's his
there.
actual audience. That's
All
why
right,
we
so
call
what
them
I'll do
dense.
now, just to show good faith. The wrong mouse. To show good faith, I'll go and I'll unblock Keemstar on Twitter. So if he actually wants to send me a DM about
Go on his
show,
Twitter account and
all
see all
right,
the insane bullshit that
talk
King
about it.
posts all the
you
time.
want me on your show, you got to pay the king's taxes. It's just that simple. All right?
Oh yeah, he
So
loves
50
calling
grand,
us
and I'll be on your
fucking
show for
like
2
all
hours,
mentally
or
challenged
you can
and
talk about
they're insane
you
and the
appearing
white
on
coats
my
are gonna
show.
come
You're
and
gonna
get
have
us
to
and
lower
stuff.
yourself down to
Because
level-
anyone who doesn't love the king has to be mentally challenged, though, right? Like what?
One, if you actually want to have a real conversation with me, don't.
Because they
post
would
on
have to
Twitter
be
about this.
insane in
I
order
don't
to
care
not
if you
like
do, I'm
him.
going to ignore you.
That's how much of a
Don't make any
narcissist he
counter
is.
offers. I'm going to ignore them. It's my way or the highway, bro. So let's hear what you have to say about it.
Like I said, his villain arc. Oh, come on. Where is it? Is it this one? Nope, that's not it. All right, we'll watch the Rebsy one.
Oh yes. So yeah, I'm using it for that.
I don't know why
today,
my
on
freaking
today's
mouse
show.
is
We're gonna
stuttering
use
like
the
this.
BC to investigate X or Twitter or whatever.
I mean,
you
I
wanna
do
call
have a
it,
lot of tabs
because
open, to be
last
fair.
night, a fan.
I need to
alerted
clean
me
out some of my tabs.
to a secret Detractor Discord server's existence.
Ah, yes. The secret Detractor Discord. I mean, do you know how many different Detractor Discord servers there actually are? A ton. I think I'm in like 4 or 5 different ones. Actually, maybe 6. There's like a ton of different ones. None of them are quote-unquote super secret. Like, they're all pretty publicly well known. I don't think any of them are actually secret.
So we've got to look into this today.
I'm not an incel. My internet friends called me a king, see?
Are you ready for this?
I love that.
A secret Detractor
Wait, can I go?
Discord.
Hold on a second.
Incel, my internet friends called me a king, see?
Are you ready for this?
That is great, Rebsy. Holy
A
shit.
secret Detractor Discord. Now you may be saying, Phil, you're being far too dramatic, right? Why you gotta call it the secret Detractor Discord?
They really are.
Why you gotta act like it's some clandestine thing? You know,
They named it this as a fucking joke because you kept saying it, Phil. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, they changed the name of this to this because you kept claiming there was one. They're making fun of you by changing it to that. Do you honestly think an actual secret Discord server would name themselves that? No, of course not. They just named it that because you're a fucking retard and they're making fun of you.
I'm not. Like, I'm not.
He's like such a literal person. He doesn't get sarcasm or irony at all. Like, he is so fucking dense that he does not. Sarcasm just flies right over his fucking head.
Emphasizing, I'm not exaggerating. They actually called it the secret Detractor
To
Discord
make
server.
fun of
That's the actual name
you.
of it. I'm
Are
not
you
making
this
that up.
stupid?
That's literally the name they chose for the server.
Yeah,
Already,
to make fun of you,
you gotta
dumb.
understand these idiots on the internet make up the biggest stuff. So far, here's what I've heard. You ready? This is a secret plot by all of my detractors. It's all a setup. The entire week of support is a complete setup. It's all fake support. Really. It's all fake. It's an evil plan, get this, between Secret Limited, Keemstar, and others, they're all plotting behind the scenes to give me good support this week and then pull the rug out from under me afterward. And it's all because they're making an in-depth documentary, and they're talking about it every night on Discord. They have this
Secret Discord group.
the Detractors are talking on Discord,
And that's
about
where they
plotting my
got that's where they got the
and all of
name
this stuff.
from.
It's just hilarious. The shit you hear, it's like, what? I got wind of this last night via this tweet. Okay.
Oh no,
And
they have
so
a
I started
mole.
reading the series of tweets. First of all, 43 members, 15 online, right? And so you start reading into it. First of all, here we go. Here's a bunch of the members. And this is just funny because this is just like a veritable who's who of like
Who's
Loserville.
who?
Like, you know, the kids who in school, they had to sit in the corner with the dunce cap on, or the ones who rode the short bus all the time. I mean, this is where they conglomerate together. This is their collaboration. This is like their super group.
Yeah, this
right?
editing is really good.
So,
Well done,
I mean, just
Rebsy.
take a
Holy
quick
shit.
look. Almighty, I mean, you have to assume Almighty is probably Almighty Tevin, right?
Gee, you
And by
don't
the way, these
say.
aren't outdated. These people are online.
Dildo Carver,
They're online,
Goutside
you see
Phil.
that? Goutside Phil. Yes, Goutside Phil. Yes, because as you know, I'm heavily afflicted with gout, and every day I have an attack of this. And you know, even though I haven't,
Are you
had
saying
attacks
you
for
don't
years,
have
it's
gout
gotten
anymore,
hurting or
Phil?
Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. Kozatov. I remember him. He was an asshole. Who else do we got?
I remember this guy. He was a huge
The
dick to
gout
me.
police. Look out. The gout police are coming for you. Woo, woo, woo. Do you have swollen joints and high uric acid levels? The gout police are out to make the bust. What the fuck? And it's got the icon of the police officer from Monopoly. Do you think he even knows that that's the police officer from Monopoly?
Yeah,
Probably
probably they would. Like, what are you talking about? Everyone knows fucking Monopoly. Phil, what?
Probably just stole it off of something.
Oh,
Teo
yeah.
does art.
Theo,
Not Teo.
This guy too has hated on me for like a decade or more. I remember. I don't
dare.
remember exactly how.
How
He might have just
dare
been a
someone
fan and
hate-
turned on me or something.
Is he like this shocked that like a Detractor Discord server would have a bunch of people who don't like Phil in the Detractor server? Like, this is kind of a no-brainer that people who don't like you would be in a fucking Detractors server, Phil. That's kind of the point. And they literally named that to make fun of you. How do you not get the sarcasm here?
Something like that. What else do we got? Oh, now we're getting into the good one. Now we're getting into the good stuff, right? First of all, we got the Crown Prince, or maybe I should call him the Clown Prince of Detractor hating on me. It's a Gundam. The guy who...
Because he's still so sure that It's a Gundam was some fucking clown on God, what was his name? The fucking why am I blanking on the guy? That fucking stupid radio show host, Howard Stern. He's so sure that he was some fucking clown on the Howard Stern show or something. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he wasn't, but I never really listened or watched the Howard Stern show, so I don't know.
who was
I don't think so.
fucking desperate for attention that he basically begged.
Yeah, like, again, It's a Gundam has a massive fucking audience full of right-wing nut jobs, but it's still a massive fucking audience. I don't think he needs the attention for adding his fucking clip to the side-scrollers thing. That was just, the side-scrollers liked It's a Gundam, so they put that in there.
Craig to be in somehow a part of my interview.
I reached out to several of your detractors, Phil, and
I mean, that's fair. I just don't personally agree with a lot of the shit that It's a Gundam says. But I like politically. So I don't really 100% agree with half the stuff that It's a Gundam says. I think he's just making a big deal out of nothing a lot of time, but
I thought it would be fair to allow them to.
But
ask
I'm pretty
questions.
sure Stutter and Craig
And he
was a
got
big
himself
fan of It's a
played
Gundam,
at the end of the
It's a
interview
Gundam, though.
as like a
Pretty sure that's why he did
celebrity
it.
question, and his question was so fucking bad.
I don't really watch It's a Gundam when he's talking about Phil, to be honest. Any other time, I don't really watch him.
Couldn't even say it in a way that was intelligible that anyone understood. So we all just listened to it, and we all just shook
I'm
our
not
heads and were
booing
like,
him.
yeah,
I don't
whatever,
have any
and we moved
real
right on.
opinion
We
on him
didn't
one
answer
way or the other. I
questions. It was
just
so dumb.
personally am
Hey
not
there, Philly cheesesteak.
agree.
Guess who it is? Your favorite YouTuber. We're best friends.
But I
Remember
do
that
like it
time
when he
you thought
talks
it'd be
about
funny to
DSP
put a
though.
restraining
I think he
order
should
on
do
me,
that more
Filbert?
often, honestly.
Well, Philly, my question is, what the hell did you spend $500,000 on? You didn't pay off your house. You didn't pay off the condo. You didn't pay off any car you own. You're in debt.
And he's right. Definitely
Where did
about
the
this,
money
he's
go?
fucking right.
Why did you take business loans? What did you use the business loan money for? You never improved your content. You've been using the same camera for nigh on 5,000
It was great.
years. If it wasn't for, like, the Dutch brothers sending you a new web camera or, like, LEDs in the background, you'd have no idea.
Yeah, where'd all the money go, Phil?
You're like a politician
He was
in San
right.
Francisco. If I went to the man, I said, Mayor of San Francisco, where did all that money go? That $120 million you defunded the police with and put it to black communities. Where did it go? You know, Phil, you screwed up. You never should have been a YouTuber. You should have been a politician in San Francisco. You would have gotten away with it, baby. If it wasn't for those meddling detractors.
Is it gonna end? The guy sounds like straight up like Yucko the Clown off the Howard Stern show.
And then he ends it with, you know, am I a clown or something? Yucko the Clown from the Howard Stern show. It's called a New York accent. We're not the same person, though we haven't been in the same place at the same time.
He's literally not added an intelligent thought to the planet since he was born. He's a fucking Joe. He's a living Joe, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing. Like, Phil bitched about Keemstar showing up and taking over the interview, but Phil at any point in time during the Side Scrollers interview could have said no. They, like, fucking Craig and Adam asked him multiple times if he was okay with Keem coming on, if he was okay with playing the Gundam clip, and he said yes, but to both of them. And then he bitches about it after the fact. I'm like, you said yes. You could have easily have said, no, I don't want them to come on, and they wouldn't have. But you said yes, dummy.
He thinks that it's I'm gonna sit on the fucking darksydephil secret detractor Discord.
But yeah, like,
right?
Gundam set, like, talks about a lot of shit that is not DSP related. That's the point. Like, he has a lot of shit to talk about besides DSP.
The Gundam
But
in
DSP
here?
thinks everything is
Who
about
didn't
him
even remember
only.
being in that Discord, by the way. I talked to them. I have no clue what I was in there, so okay. He didn't know what he was in there for. He's actually in there for an interview that he did with Mighty D. We're talking many years ago. Had no clue what's going on. There's been no activity in 4 years in that Discord, but yes.
Here's another winner, Memology 101. Yeah. You know, that guy who literally has been making insanely untrue videos about me for the longest time. Like,
Do you know, Phil, that Memology 101 has 2 different channels? One channel is dedicated entirely to you, and the other channel has nothing to do with you whatsoever. It's more of a political channel, Phil. And he's literally just clipping shit that you have said. He's not making up these videos off the top of his head. He is literally just taking videos and clips that you have said and posting them on his fucking site, his channel. That's all he's doing.
as far back as like 6+ years ago, right? This guy, let me tell you a little story about Memology 101, all right, and the content he made.
Oh, no.
So, I was playing this horrible video game. Basically what it was supposed to be like Attack on Titan meets World of Warcraft. So you're fighting giant green orcs that I swear to God look like they were stolen out of a Blizzard game, okay? But they're like Attack on Titan size, and you're chopping their limbs off. It's so bad. It's terrible. The game is absolutely awful, okay? But I needed something to play. At the time, there was like no real new games out, so I was playing this game. I'm like, all right.
And we all know how Phil has to absolutely rely on brand new release titles in order for him to actually get any kind of money, because he can't just go back and play an old game that he skipped. No. He has to always play the newest game to get the most amount of views and money.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep playing it and beating it. But the game is terrible. Everyone agrees no one's playing this game. People who played it all quit and said, fuck this, we're not playing this game. It's atrociously
Right,
bad.
sure. Mm-hmm.
I kept playing it. I literally kept playing the game, and I actually
What does
beat
this
it.
have
I
to
was
do
one of
with
the
him?
few fucking content creators on the internet that actually stomached through this insane...
That doesn't mean anything, Phil. That's not a big gotcha moment. That's not a big, oh, I deserve respect because I'm one of the few people who was stupid enough to keep playing this retarded game. Like, what does that have to do with
a
anything?
mediocre game and beat it. Okay?
Okay.
One day, I'm literally
you want a
at the
fucking
end of my
cookie?
stream. In fact, I'm going over trying to beat this one part of the stage. And
Uh-huh.
I die, and it frustrates me because I'd stayed like maybe 15, 20 extra minutes on my stream, and I still
Oh,
didn't beat
God
it.
forbid he stayed late. Oh, my God.
And I got
To
angry.
his
I was like,
job?
Oh, fuck this game, it's a piece of shit or whatever. I said, all right, guys, that's it. I'm out of time, whatever. This guy, I swear to God, makes a video. Darksydephil rage quit the game.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Look at that. It cheated. Fuck this game. Fuck this fucking piece of shit. I'm not playing it no more today.
That is a
That's
rage
bullshit.
quit. Sorry.
down to-
Wait, what? No, that's a rage quit. Just because you can maybe continue playing it after the fact, you still rage quit it for that day, Phil. That's what he means. You stopped playing, you closed the application. I'm surprised you didn't delete it and then reinstall it and played it the next day. Because I've seen you do that shit before too, Phil. Like, what?
All
He
of them.
was
I'm downing
correct.
every single orc
He
in a
rage
row,
quit
in
it.
in a row. Oh, spawn you on the other side of the map. You can't even get to the guy in time before
Nino Kuni is awesome, by the way. Both games are really good. Okami's amazing.
he reaches the tower. Fuck you. That's terrible game development. That's called, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
I'd never heard of
Darksydephil
Extinction
rage quit
before,
the game.
though.
I was playing it. I didn't quit it.
Fuck this fucking piece
I
of
didn't
shit.
quit it.
I'm not playing it no more.
Just because
today.
you quit it for the day, that still means you quit it. That's still a rage quit.
I'm still playing it. I never quit the playthrough. I beat the whole game.
Fuck this fucking piece of shit.
Okay? I was over my stream time. I stayed late to try to beat the stage. I lost, got angry that I died. I said, okay, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. We'll play it again.
You did not say that.
Fuck this fucking piece of shit.
You did not say that, Phil.
What the fuck are you talking about? This motherfucker literally makes completely
I don't play Call of Duty games, so I don't know anything about that.
factually untrue content every single day. The content they make is some of the worst complete shit on YouTube. And
Yeah, exactly. Memology just uses your own fucking content and reposts it, Phil. So if their content is terrible, then by extension, you're admitting that your content is shit because it is literally just clipping you. How can you be disregarded, Phil? Jesus.
morons watch the content not because they want news or reporting that's true. It's because they want drama. So people who are mentally stunted, who like fake drama, go and watch this
Oh,
guy's
it's
content.
fake drama. Okay.
He's a loser. He should not be on YouTube. He should not be allowed to be on YouTube. He's lucky that
Oh, well, if it was up to the king, he would literally ban everyone who doesn't like him from YouTube and the internet in general. It's like, you're not allowed to be on the internet if you do not like me. This is fucking peak narcissism, Phil. You do realize that, right? This is 100% the fucking epitome of what a narcissist fucking is.
someone has sued him for slander or defamation or whatever the hell it is, because literally the vast
How? No, Phil, you do not understand what slander is, do you? Slander would be them saying something that is not true about you to the point where it affects your income. If he was saying something that was actually a lie and it was actually affecting the money that you brought in per day or whatever for your business, that would technically be slander. But the shit that we say doesn't affect your income at all. You still got retards that are giving you money, Phil. So it is not slander then. And we're not lying anyway. So it wouldn't be slander anyway. Even if it was somehow affecting the money that you were bringing in, it's not slander because it's true, Phil.
majority of content he puts out is all fucking fake.
That's fair. That's fine,
Okay.
JDX.
But he's in the server, the secret Detractor server.
I'm pretty sure Memology's in a lot of Detractor servers, Phil. Not just that one.
Liquid Phil, I swear I remember that name from something, but I don't know what. Probably
Liquid Quiz?
long time, loser Detractor of mine.
Uh-huh.
Here's the best
You
part.
don't even know these
Just
people.
a Gamer John. It wasn't enough for Just a Gamer John to be in the secret Detractor Discord once. Oh no. He had to create 2 different accounts so he could be there twice, just in case one of them got disconnected from the internet.
You are
That's
literally just
absolutely
bitching about nothing,
fucking
my guy.
amazing.
What?
Like, this is
Two
a
accounts in
nothing
the
burger
same
that he is
Discord.
Bro, what are
complaining
you
about.
talking about, man?
Oh, here we go. Well, we all Mighty D. Once again, another guy I've never seen a piece of content out of this guy ever, but I hear all the time about this motherfucker talking shit about me.
Big
But
ups,
that was
Mighty
just
D.
the online people, because there's also a ton of offline people. I wasn't privy to the offline people, so I don't know who the offline people are. All right, but anyway, so those are the people that were in the Discord.
They were in the
Right?
Discord.
So listen to this. They immediately erased the server when I showed someone that it merely was a real thing. And basically, he has even more posts up here. I purged most of the server since some DSP slur
It's
think this was
the guy who thinks, and I'm using this in quotations because this is what he said. The guy who said tranny, which actually is a slur, by the way, thinks denthead is a slur. But he went on and on about how tranny is not a slur. And that's just what they are. So he is fine with using actual slurs, but he will make up slurs that don't actually exist and claim those are slurs. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. That's a slur.
unironically a DSP server in use.
Not the T
Makes
word,
it
not
that much
tranny.
funner.
That's
I
not a
just
slur,
saw
though. Gotcha.
Slur, post a screen cap thinking, no way they think this is a real high mind server with only like 40 members. With 6 people to talk, blah, blah, blah. And then to make matters even funnier, all right? As if it's not funny enough to make fun of that server, right? Like, who on earth would be part of this server? Life losers, idiots, people who are mentally stunted.
Swagans, Majara. Yep.
I am disabled. I get money from the government.
Fucked up people. With no
Derek,
morals. You know, the dregs of
Madara,
society,
yep.
right?
They're
That's
all
who would be on
fucking,
a server
yeah,
like that.
they are dregs of society.
This
I
guy
agree.
who deleted the server actually goes out of his way to post this up, okay? He nuked it because it hadn't been used in years, despite the fact it showed active users. It showed that people were actually active on it, right? And then here's the other funny part. Listen to this. This is the best part. This is absolutely, I couldn't, you know, we talk about felting people. I couldn't felt any worse than how these people felt themselves. Because like I said, I don't have to lift a finger anymore. Everything is falling apart. All my detractors are literally systematically crumbling around me.
How?
Okay?
Who? Who's crumbling? No one that I know has stopped detracting and disappeared from the fucking internet because of you. Like, no one. I'm pretty sure, Phil. What are you talking about?
Gotta read this. You ready for this? The guy who purged it doesn't own it. We haven't spoken there
exactly,
in years. Why
JDX.
purge it? Why purge it? To fuck with people like you who think it's a gathering hub for even more slurs, even better. Then again, I'm an active on the active
Gay ops is a slur. What?
Tractor server. We share videos and memes, and we even game together. So this guy is saying that wasn't even an active server anymore. We haven't done any of that stuff in years. Oh,
It
by
was
the way,
an
we have an
active
active
server.
server where we actively do this every single day.
Okay. Am I missing something? Is that a cell phone? Is that a felt? It's not. Gay is not a slur. It's a fucking, it's an identification. Gays call themselves gay all the time. What are you talking about?
Ultimate self-felt. You
How?
fucking idiot.
Okay, how?
On the one hand, you say, we're not part of that server. That's all old, disbanded. No one cares
Yeah.
about it anymore.
Okay,
oh, yeah, we
yes.
have an active one where we do this every day. You fucking moron. Could you be possibly any more stupid?
Am I missing something?
I don't think so. I actually don't think it's possible.
I'm missing something
it.
here. All right, let me tell you just the number of different detractor servers that like I'm in, and that's just me. There's tons more. You got the Latvian Seta HQ. You got Brand Dude HQ. You got Icy's fucking Discord server. So yeah, I see you got Kingsly server. You got Anwheat server. Yeah, there's like a bunch of them. Like, he's not even taking into account like half of the ones that are actually out there and that are still active to this day. There's a ton of them out there. You got the Detractor being one. You got tons of them out there. Like, how is that a self-owned? That he's admitting that that one was literally just a joke Discord server that they made and labeled just to be sarcastic about you, and that no one actually used that one?
This server's been public the 6 years I've been in it. There's thousands of tractors and sub 50 of us in that one. Be real. The reason I jumped in there for the first time in 6 years is because you were there. Dude.
Yeah, he was spurging about it.
My moronic idiot. You literally admitted you're in another server. You're defending your action, saying I only jumped in that server because I figured someone was in there talking about it. But you actively admitted you're in another one right here, you fucking degenerate moron. How can you be that stupid?
Am I missing something? I swear I'm missing something, right? He said he's in other actor Detractor servers, and he literally only went into this old defunct Detractor servers because Phil was spurging the fuck out about it. What's the problem? He's not saying that this TJ is not saying that he isn't in any Detractor servers at all. He said there's a ton of different Detractor servers out there, and he's in other active Detractor servers. He only went into this one because he wanted to see why he was spurging out about this. So how does that make him a retard? How is that making him a dent? Am I missing something? Please tell me, chat. Am I missing something here? Like, yeah, he's admitting that that was a dead, defunct server that was only really created just out of fucking sarcasm to Phil, and it wasn't a real fucking server. It was just a joke server. And that he only recently went back into it because you were freaking out about it. That's it. How is that fucking felting himself?
Do you sit on your toilet with the lid down and shit?
What?
I mean, that's the level of stupidity here.
More shit jokes.
Wow. I think that's it. Like, I don't even really want to go too much deeper into it. It's just a lot of people reacting to it and saying these are the
I'm autistic. I'm on the spectrum, but I'm not that fucking retarded. Like, I don't get it. I'm like, maybe it's because I'm autistic that I don't fucking get what he's trying to say. Like, I know he's fucking more artistic than I fucking am. I know that.
People I've ever seen.
But, like,
shit.
how is that a self-felt?
Like, it's not even worth spending any more time on. But it's like, these are my distractions.
He's just freaking out about nothing.
Have not a literal brain cell left in their fucking heads. They sit there in their little circle jerking community.
And now he's just making random assumptions about people he doesn't know anything fucking about. He thinks that because we are in a server on Discord here or there, that must mean that we spend all fucking day on that server. It's not like we actually have jobs that we go to every fucking day, right? No. We're all losers that are living with our parents because only kids would have the fucked up brain cell to make fun of him because, God forbid, an actual adult with an actual real family and kids or that has a real job wouldn't ever make fun of DSP. It's just kids that live with their parents' basements because he loves to generalize and make wild assumptions about people he doesn't fucking know to discredit us. Because if we were actual adults with actual jobs and an actual home life, that would make us have a more valid fucking criticism against him instead of just dumbass kids.
Singing Kumbaya and you know, playing games together, sending idiotic memes about me to each other. Literally saying, I counted today. Did you know that darksydephil, DSP himself, he snorted 7 times and he cleared his throat 23 times on his stream today? Let the count be updated.
What? No one is counting how many snorts you do, Phil. We are noticing that, whenever you're actually pretending to be a real professional and streaming with the Kino Casino boys or whoever, you're not snorting then. you're not coughing or being disgusting when you're on with someone else. No, just when you're on your own streams. But yeah, keep being a fucking clown.
Holy fucking shit. What is wrong with you? Do you not understand this is a waste of your life? This is not something to be proud of.
No one is over here being proud of being a detractor. Well, I won't say that, because there are some detractors who take themselves way too fucking seriously. Just a fucking bit. And I don't want to throw any names around, so I won't. But I've had arguments with a few people before who take themselves way too fucking seriously as a detractor. I'm like, bro, it's just being a detractor and making fun of a retard online. It's not that fucking serious. This isn't some, like, fucking job or a big... Like, you can earn money, that's fine. But this isn't something to really be proud of. It's just a funny thing to fucking do. It's fun to make fun of an idiot online. That's all it is. We shouldn't be taking it too seriously. But most people do not take this thing fucking seriously. They actually have a real life. They don't spend 24/7 online like this guy does. We actually have friends in real life that we hang out and talk with and stuff. We don't spend all our time developing sick parasocial relationships online because we're too afraid to go out the front fucking door, Phil.
Being part of the detractor family is not a real family.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about,
Now I'm
JDX.
gonna play like Review Tech. You don't have a real family. Detractors are not a family. They're a bunch of degenerates.
Yeah, I have
bunch of
noticed that.
immoral,
He
mentally
snorts a
stunted
bit,
people
but nowhere near
who
as
have
much as
latched
he used.
together with their inability to have a real positive life, and instead have created a social circle around hating on me, a nobody, an arbitrary content creator. You are fucked if you think that...
This is all wild speculation, Phil. Like, I have a few detractors that I talk to here and there once in a great while online, but my friend circle online is not really based around detractors. I have my own online and in real life friends, and they're not based around you, Phil. They're actual friends who I share common interests with. They're not just all the only friends I have are detractors, and the only thing we really have in common is hating on Phil. That's not true. I'm sorry. And there's nothing wrong with detractors being friends with other detractors. There's nothing wrong with that. I talk like back and forth with a couple, but it's not like my only friends are detractors. That's not true, Phil. You're just making wild shit up.
What you're
because
doing...
he wants everything to be centered around him. And he wants our lives to be just as pathetic as his life is, when that's not the case.
Is anything
and he has no proof to provide evidence that is the case.
You're gonna wake up one day, 45 years old, still.
Again, why is this? Well, I guess that's the thing. Again, just because we make fun of some asshole online doesn't mean our lives are negative in any way. Like, why is our lives negative because we're making fun of a clown online? That's like saying anyone who watches reality TV show on cable is a negative loser who doesn't have any real friends. Does that make any sense to anyone? Like, fucking, what are some reality TV shows out now? Like, you got The Bachelor, The Bachelorette. What is that really weird fucking one? It was like the MILF House or whatever the fuck it was. All these stupid ass reality TV shows. That's just what you are, Phil. You're an online reality TV show. A loser to laugh at. You're no fucking better than what was that one chick from Jersey Shore that everyone didn't like? Like, you're no better than fucking her. You're just a fucking runaway mentally challenged individual. But that doesn't mean that everyone who laughs at you has a negative life. You are projecting your own negative life that has no meaning onto your detractors to try to feel better. That's all he's doing.
Single, probably still living with your parents. You're gonna get out of bed.
More speculation.
You're gonna realize, holy shit!
Does any actual detractor? I'm sorry, I'm pausing so much. I know JDX wants to leave, but does any actual detractor still live with their fucking parents? Maybe if they're a kid, but I think most of us are probably older. We're not just fucking kids living with their parents, Phil.
20 years hating on DSP, and I have absolutely nothing positive in my
Because they do more than just hate on you. Oh my god.
own life going, because all I did was celebrate hating on DSP for 20 years with a bunch of fucking losers. How do you not understand this?
Because that's not the case at all? Like, hating on you is like not even a part-time gig. You can literally just watch like a couple clips or someone streaming here and there for an hour a day, half an hour a day. That's not our entire fucking lives wasted because we're obsessing with you. Now, some people do stream a lot, and that's their prerogative. If they want to do that, they can do that. But like, I literally stream once a week for like 2 hours once a week. That's not my entire fucking life, Phil. It's not.
Who don't do this?
But yeah, all I think about is DSP all the time.
Friends,
when I'm done
business,
streaming,
things
I don't
going
really
for us that
think
are
of
positive.
you.
We don't just sit here and shit on others. We do productive things.
No,
with our
that's...
time. That's
Rebsy, god damn it. No, that's what you fucking do. Half your fucking channel is based on shitting on other people you know nothing about. You're doing it right now.
why we don't have detractor servers to sit in and poop on people. We don't have to shit on others.
No,
because
you
we're
have
too
your
busy
own
with
server
good
that you do that.
things. You can have good things, but you need to use the brain cells that are in your fucking head instead of ignoring them. All right? Take your server, your second server, which you've now admitted you're in, which probably has...
There's a lot more than just 2 servers, my dude. There's a lot. Like, I would guess maybe 10 to 12 different servers, Phil. Because every main streamer who streams like that is bigger has their own server. Brand Dude has a server. Detractor Beam has a server. That being said, has a server. Everyone has their own different server, Phil.
Has hundreds to thousands of people in it.
Len the Deranged has a server.
Go outside, touch grass.
And it's not all just about DSP. DSP has its own topic, and then they talk about anything else going on there. It's kind of like for the Detractor to interact with their fans, because people like Detractors more than just because of you. It's not just hating on you. They actually like the streamer involved, Phil.
Breathe air and do something with your life for once. You fucking loser.
This is unhinged. Holy shit.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep winning. I'm going up.
We don't want you to go anywhere, Phil. Like, no Detractor wants you to fucking disappear from the internet. We have more content and more things to laugh at if you stay doing the same shit that you're doing now. And you have no option to go anywhere else. You have no other options than to keep doing the same level 1 shit you're always fucking doing, Phil. You do. You're not going anywhere. We all know you're not going anywhere because you can't go anywhere else. You have no other options. You're going to do this until you fucking are an old man and die on stream one day. That's what's gonna happen. You're never gonna be able to retire from doing this shit.
You fuckers are going down, and there's nothing that's gonna stop that momentum.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Sure.
You're fucked. So cut the shit and fucking grow the fuck up and do something.
He really wishes that we listened to him and actually did that, so like he could stop dealing with Detractors, even though Detractors are literally the only ones keeping him relevant at this point. Because, like, and Kino Casino, the fans of Kino Casino are keeping him relevant too. But they're all low-key Detractors also. So it's like, yeah, you're still being held up by Detractors, Phil.
You're an embarrassment to the human fucking race. You are the poster child, textbook definition.
Yes, the most evil, vile people in this entire world has to be the Detractors. Because the whole world revolves around this fucking ape creature here. This ape-like fucking baboon.
Of what humanity has created.
Jesus Christ, he is delusional.
Your existence is meaningless. You're wasting your life. Stop. You can change. Turn it around. Close Discord.
Close the door on him.
Fucking touch grass.
This editing is great, though. Good job, Rebsy. Holy shit. Slam the door. Yep.
Holy fucking shit. All right. Well, I'm done ranting.
Great job, Rebsy. That was an amazing fucking video. Holy shit. DSP is fucking unhinged.
So, I'm
See, right here. This is what I was talking about before, okay? I know I'm going long. I'm sorry. But I'm probably maybe half an hour and I'll be done. When he had his stupid monitor screen thing showing this, showing the view count, showing the different channels he had, the time that it was, the date that it was, all this actually looked okay, in my opinion. This actually looked somewhat professional. Like, this actually looked like what a normal actual YouTuber might do. But then he got rid of that because he couldn't change one of the color of the word to some bullshit. Because he's fucking technologically inept. And now he just has dumbass pictures and he's using it as literally just as a digital photo frame.
I'm sorry, it sucks. We were on a big momentum push, and now I get the feeling this is going to be the end of it tonight. Because what can I do to make stuff work? I can't. All I can do is put out a stream for you, all right? This fucking app sucks. The app they made for this thing is terrible.
Oh, yeah, here it is. He's
the app
bitching
is just
about it.
Garbage. It really is poorly made. Because it's not easy to figure out.
Poorly
Why would you have an
made.
app, no save button anywhere? Last time I had financial freedom was probably 2014 when I moved out here. That was the end of it. Seriously, like 2014. Good evening, everyone. This obviously is not what I was planning tonight. Although, quite frankly,
it looks okay here.
I was just kind of along for the ride.
Should have kept it that way, in my opinion.
It was supposed to be a co-op stream with the Kino Casino guys as well as Mudahar, and it all fell apart while I was playing Back Black with Wukong earlier today. I got a text like, well, not a text, but a DM, pretty close to the end of my first stream, basically saying in a panic that it looks like the whole thing was falling apart, that Mudahar was canceling and couldn't make it. They were hurriedly trying to find a replacement and could not find one. And they were kind of upset because, you know, the whole idea was that, you know, everyone was going to get a boost out of it. You know, it was going to be a cool crossover style event that all of us would get something out of. And the fact that it fell apart like it did, you're like, damn, that sucks.
And that's kind of why I feel that DSP did not make that whole 4K that we think he did. I'm under the impression that, like, when he does these collab streams with Kino Casino, all three of them take a different part of it. They split it up 3 different ways. Or maybe 2 ways, where Kino Casino gets half and he gets half. Or 3 different ways where Andy and PPP and DSP get a third. That's my opinion. I don't think that he got all that money that... It's still a lot of money. Because like 4K or however much it was divided by 3 is still a decent chunk of money for sure. But I don't think he got the full amount that he did. But I could be wrong. We don't fully know.
I'm still going to stream. My shoes all screwed up, but I wanted to mess with this thing before we got online, and this thing is a pain. This thing basically runs on an app, and the app is
See, I'm sorry, I just can't get over it. This actually looks somewhat decent. This looks like something a YouTuber, an actual YouTuber, or like a TikTok streamer person or something like that, if he had kept this the way it is, and then maybe had like, if he had actually hung like a whiteboard in the background or some kind of like cork board back there, and he could like, whenever he got like a tip, he could write the name of whoever tipped him and put it on the board or write it down on the whiteboard back there. I know it's stupid, but that's what a lot of like the bigger YouTubers and the bigger TikTok streamers, they do that a lot. And it seems to like actually incentivize people to tip more often. He could have done something like that. And that probably would have garnered a lot more like support and income doing something like that, I think.
Very limited in usability. Let's put it that way. It's not very user friendly. Like, all I literally wanted to do was put 3 lines of text. It was going to say DSP, welcome to DSP Gaming.
And like, he is worse than a boomer. I have seen like senior citizens that know how to use like smartphones and have their own computers set up and everything. And he is worse than that. He is so technologically illiterate. It's frightening. He's like, you remember back in the day when like your parents were like getting used to technology and I remember my mom was complaining one time that her new computer that she got has like, it's so slow. I'm like, why, Mom? What do you do with it? And I opened it up and there's like 5 different tool search bars on there. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Mom, what are you doing? It's like, oh, the Google search bar, the all these different search bar toolbars are there, like the ones where you can search and you type in the address. I'm like, you need to get rid of all this stuff. It's all fucking spyware on there and everything. I'm like, Jesus.
To the king or something like that. I just wanted 3 scrolling lines of text, but I couldn't even figure out how to color the text.
He's worse than that,
though.
though.
So bad.
He doesn't know how to set anything up.
Make the text a certain color. I want you to think about that. That's like a basic thing you do in any word processor or something. And they didn't feel that that would be
processor.
Something very easy to figure out. It doesn't even make sense. There's colors.
You mean
click
like
on them,
Microsoft
nothing.
Word?
I accidentally did color the text once, but then I couldn't figure out how I did it nor how to do it again. So I was like, I really don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
And I hope that you guys will chill and enjoy. Now, the one sad fact here, we are 8 streams that I have hit all of my goals. I have crushed the goals. 8 single streams. I know what's going to happen tonight. We're not going to hit the goals tonight because people wanted to see co-op. I advertised co-op. I wish we could have done co-op, but I can't control that. That's out of my control. What I can do is give you an entertaining stream regardless to the best of my ability, which would be to continue on with today's awesome new release, what you want to see, correct? So, I'm sorry, it sucks. We're on a big momentum push, and now I get the feeling this is going to be the end of it tonight because what can I do to make stuff work? I can't. All I can do is put out a stream for it.
And he's making the same mistakes that he did for the vest streak, the original vest streak, or whatever you want to call it. He does this reverse psychology thing where he like reverse psychologizes with his dents. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, guys. It looks like we're not going to be able to make the vest streak and it's all my fault because I did this or I was sick. I was sick, guys, and it's my fault that we're not going to hit the vest streak. Trying to like reverse psychologize because he thinks that will incentivize his dents to actually step up and donate so they can hit the vest streak, when more than anything that probably puts them off of donating more than usual. Like, that's why the vest streak ended in the first place. He got greedy and he had to take 2 or 3 days off because he was sick, and then he wanted to make the full amount that he would have got if he was streaming those 3 days. So what was it, like $100 each day, and he was off for 3 days, so he was trying to reach like $300 the day he came back from being sick. And that's what got him, I think, or that's part of the reason that got him, because like his dents was so fed up with that or at that point or something like that. That's why the vest streak failed. And now he's doing the same bullshit now. He's just getting super greedy and this whole victim mentality and trying to reverse psychologize with these morons.
Right. So if you would like to support tonight, please by all means do. I have to run and use the bathroom and brush my teeth. I'll be back within like 5 minutes or so. And if you guys, like the stuff, if you could support.
I'm just looking at this icon for Shodan of System Shock. Like, I know her eyes are technically here and here, but like for some reason my eyes keep my brain keeps thinking instead of these 2 white things as her eyes, these 2 things right here where it's like black with a white pupil here and there. I keep thinking that's her eyes instead of this white thing here. And then she looks so derpy when you actually do that instead. Because like, look how wide apart her eyes are. She's like, I'm sorry, it's just something stupid that my brain always tries to like, oh look, there's a random pattern here. Let's try to make a face out of it or something.
For it tonight, I would very, very much appreciate that. I think, like I said, I think too many people take it for granted and just, it's just gonna get hit. It might not get hit. There's only 1 more hour left tonight, guys. I'll be honest here. We're 85. This could be the end of it.
Yeah.
We're almost at 100. I got all this planning going on for a 100 vest streak.
He does it. Yeah, he did this all the time with the vest streak.
That's gonna happen. When in reality, it's not.
Because when it first happens, he's like, well, I don't care. It could end today, and that's fine. And then when it starts getting really high, he's like, oh my God. He acts like a crack addict who was like fiending for his next fucking hit. He's like, we gotta hit it, guys. I don't know if we're gonna hit it. Oh my God, I only have 5 minutes left. Someone has to hit it. Like, freaks the fuck out. And more so not this time around than last time, he's not even fucking rewarding them with an actual vest or hat. Half the time, he's not even putting the goddamn vest or hat on. So I'm like, why? What's the incentive for them to keep donating and hitting that if he's not even gonna put the reward on for it,
So this could be the end of it tonight, okay? So far, we are at $6 of the king's tax of tips. Those are PayPal tips. And like I said, we have 8 straight streams where we have hit all of my
And what are
goals.
you going to
Tonight, the next
do
2
with all
hours,
this
we
money
hit
that
all of
you
my goals.
extra
That would be
money you're
number
getting,
9
Phil?
and continuing. Yes, I still have Rich's last chip. It fell over. Right
Why are you not using all this extra money to improve your fucking house? Why didn't you use the Fast Streak money from like 2 years ago, however many years ago it was? Why didn't you use that money to fix up your fucking house? No, it all goes to WWE Champions. 100% just goes to wasted on WWE Champions, or him when he bought the new PC himself, when he bought the new fight stick himself. I'm put it on that fucking payment plan on Amazon.
It fell over when I put this new sign
And he
up.
won't use the
I'll find a
money
new
to
place
pay
put it.
off the
You know, I don't have any
thing.
place to put it. Put it right there. Right? Put it somewhere where people can see it. But yeah. But here's the thing. Like I said, I actually feel like I feel like sadly, as a result of our planned thing getting canceled last minute, that this probably ain't gonna happen, and the momentum is gonna stop. If the momentum continues, I would be super stoked and happy. But I'm a realist, you know, and I know that
I'm a realist, guys. I'm a realist.
to show up to watch the co-op.
This
and now the co-op's
reverse
not happening,
psychology
right?
is such
So-
bullshit.
The god just tipped me $1 and says, here's $1 because you still think that money is the end all and be all when it comes to life. You'll find out the hard way.
Ah.
All right. So Nero Seeley 735 has done a $5 super chat and says, let's hit that perfectly reasonable goal for the wise and just king. $5 super chat. No, super chats don't count towards the tips goal because tips are not super chats. They're completely different. We all know that. That's why they're called 2 different things. That's why they come in differently. They look differently. That's like saying, well, is the apple the same with an orange? If you have an apple counter, why don't you count it when someone hands you an orange? Because they're not the same. They're still good.
But you still get all that money anyway. It still counts as money you're getting, though, Phil. You just can only get super chats once a month when you get YouTube payment. That's all.
But they're not the same. There you go. Looking forward to a rescheduled stream with Kino Casino, my liege. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Yes, sorry that I had to reschedule. Well, I didn't reschedule.
And
Sorry
like,
that it
I
got
know
canceled.
a lot of detractors have said this, but like, it's entirely possible they are building Phil up, and could, if the other shoe with Kino Casino ever does drop, this could lead to one of the biggest chargebacks in YouTube history. Because think of all the extra money these Kino Casino fans have been giving him. Unless it's all OIC masquerading as Kino Casino fans, possibly. But whoever is doing it, if it actually is Kino Casino fans that are donating to him, this could lead to like the biggest chargeback saga in DSP history if it actually does happen that way. And that would be fucking hilarious to watch him freak out about that.
Outside of my control.
Because you know he's
I am
not
going to do
saving that
2-hour
money.
Black
He's
Myth
that's
stream for you all
not
right now. That I hope you will
staying
enjoy.
in his
And,
PayPal account.
Brandon,
That shit's
stay
spent.
hype, everyone. Thanks for being here tonight. Thanks for over
As soon as he
160
gets it,
likes. We
spent
hit
on
the 200
WWE
likes. That'd be
Champions.
amazing. Thanks for the early support. Again, 8 straight streams I've hit my goals. If we can hit the tips goals tonight, that'd be 9 straight.
More
It sucks to
begging,
have
but
that
I don't beg.
die now
See, this
because
kind of
of-
begging is why people are upset about you with WWE Champions, Phil. This is why people are offended that you are fucking wasting money in WWE Champions. It's because you're begging your fucking fans, the same disabled fucking fans over and over again, for money. Sorry. This is why people get upset when you refuse to even attempt to try to get sponsorships. And you say, oh no, I don't like doing sponsorships. I'd rather get the free money from begging you guys day in and day out instead. People get pissed off because of that, Phil.
You know, a rescheduled of a schedule there. That would really suck. Anyway, it sucks. All right, it does. It absolutely sucks.
Oh yeah, the Christmas dildo in the back. I remember
this
that.
happened. And I feel bad, obviously, because I can't control it. I have nothing to do with anything like that. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for the memberships. And we are currently $50 away from maxing out my goal again. This would be the 9th straight stream that we did it. And that would be outstanding. Think about how many people, those sad trolls and detractors would cry if we hit that goal tonight. But I will.
Phil, I thought you had said that. Like, remember when the first vest streak was going on? He's like, oh, this vest is a symbol. But you shouldn't donate to me to spite the trolls, guys. You shouldn't be donating to me just to spite the trolls. You should be donating to me to support me, and if you like my content, that's when you should be donating to me, not to spite the trolls. Not that, like, we don't give a shit either way. If he makes money or not, I don't give a shit, because that just makes him act more like a retard than usual when he makes the money. he gets like this overconfidence and he acts more and more like a clown than normal. His like confidence level goes through the roof, and it's more entertaining watching this moron flail around when he gets the money. So why should I care if he gets the money or not when the money is never going to help him? He's never going to use that money to actually like improve his lifestyle at all. He's not going to use it to fix up his house. He's not going to use it towards actually paying off some of those taxes or any of his actual debts that he's racking up. It's all going to be wasted on WWE Champion, and we're back to the same bullshit the next day. So why should we give two shits if he's making money or not? Why would any detractor be pissed off about that? I really don't know. It's funny to keep track of his dents and stuff, but like we don't like him begging, so why should we want him to be begging more often, right? Like if him begging pisses us off so much, shouldn't we want him to be getting all the money? Shouldn't he be getting more money so that he doesn't have to beg as much? It's not going to help him anyway, so why should we be pissed off about that? Yeah, I did see that. He's like, oh, well, I guess what I could do is make a brand new WWE Champions account and maybe play that on stream. You know that idiot isn't going to be able to figure out how to stream his phone screen on the internet. He's not going to be able to like figure out how to like capture his phone screen and put it on his computer on his stream like that. He's going to literally hold it up to the stream and be like, see, like a fucking monkey. He's not going to figure out how to direct capture his fucking phone screen like that. And even if it does, it's not going to show us anything because we all know he knows how to play the game already anyway. And it's not going to be his main account, which we all know his main account is down from the rafters. No matter how many times he tries to claim it's not, it's always going to be down from the rafters. We know that. So what difference does it make?
We'll say this. Please support the stream because you like the content. That's what I want you to support it for. Not because...
Oh, now he's changing it around to be like, oh, support it for that.
Now, to make a legion of losers living in their parents' basement, sitting on secret detractor discords, see them cry tonight, okay? Let's continue.
So which one is it, Phil?
Gosh, a lot of your viewers have learning disabilities, but you follow along just fine. How would you know that? How would you know, or why would you care if a viewer has a learning disability? Why are you nosy? I'm making a new design, right? I'm like,
you
okay,
have a learning disability for sure.
So I go like this. I go, okay. So I go like this, and I say, okay. So I want to say DSPGaming, a coloring palette for me to select, and I select it, and it doesn't do anything. Like right now,
coloring palette.
Nothing. It doesn't change the color. It just stays white no matter what I do.
Oh, that's the French word for it. Hey, Frenchie, say that French word. Coloring palette. You mean palette, not palette?
So how do you actually change the color of something that you've done? I don't know. I have no idea how to
coloring
change the color.
palette.
You would think it would be like the easiest thing to do. I can't figure it out. What I can do is I can put like
that's
a
what he
gradient
should
in the
say.
background.
Oh, the coloring palette.
Let's do a circular gradient. Let's have one gradient be yellow.
Oh yeah, I'm so felted, dude.
Oh, look at that.
I'm so felted. I don't even know.
Oh, God, it's bright though.
I'm getting so sick of the whole felted
what I want to do is I
thing.
want to make the text be a certain color.
Because it doesn't mean anything.
Right? That's what I can't figure out. I can't actually figure out. It would
I'm not gambling, so why should I care if I'm filtered or not? What does that even mean?
This fucking app sucks. The app they made for this thing is terrible. I have it.
I'm not seething. I'm not upset.
There's no fucking save button. It won't save it. I have it.
I'm just watching a train wreck, same as always.
But there's no way to save it. It doesn't even explain how you fucking save this gradient.
Reality TV show.
It really is.
Of like
why
the
did they
biggest
make this app so bad?
Moron online.
I have a gradient. I'm trying to edit this gradient, and there's no save button anywhere on the screen. So how the fuck do I save your gradient, you dumb shit? Do I hit new layer? Nope, new layer is blank. So that's not it. None of this makes any sense. The thing is, it's a terrible app. And the thing is, I think that's how you run it. Like, the app is just garbage. It really is poorly made. Because it's not easy to figure out. Why would you have an app, no save button anywhere to save a change? I can't just save the change. Now I backed out with the screen. I don't even know how I did that. I have no idea how I just backed out of the screen. I didn't mean to. I go to the gradient screen. It shows the gradient I want, but it's not on the screen. How the fuck do I get this to fucking show up on my screen?
Let me keep smacking my leg. That'll help it.
It goes back to a pencil, which makes no fucking sense because I'm not selecting it, but the stupid app auto selects the pencil. Does anyone know? Has anyone ever used this thing? The Devoom Pixu Max or Devoom Pixu 64? Because it's literally terrible. It sucks because the device is good, but the app they give you to run it is complete trash. I can't get it to like stick with any color changes or anything. It just doesn't work. I hit gradient. I'm on the
Grug
fucking gradient fucking
smash.
screen.
Grug upset.
And the gradient screen won't go away. Wait, no, I don't want to.
I think there was at one point during this where he like says, "Oh, this was really expensive too. It's bullshit."
This is terrible.
Because we all know he buys the most expensive shit. Because in his mind, the more expensive something is, the higher the quality is, and that's never the fucking case, right?
Half of shit. I have to sit here. I'm not even kidding. I'm gonna be here for hours trying to figure out how to make a basic screen with this thing because the app they give you is atrocious.
Or maybe it's a learning disorder,
I don't know
Phil.
what to do. This sucks because I spent a lot of money on this.
There it is.
The thing is
You
crap.
spent a lot of money on this.
I have no idea how to get stuff to work with this thing.
I have no idea how to do this. Maybe I should return this.
The whole thing's crap. You know, I can't figure it out. I literally can't figure this out.
I didn't see when he first revealed this thing, but like
fucked it up.
he was probably claiming some fan donated this too, right, Phil?
Who probably doesn't speak English, to be honest, because they would understand.
Oh, now we're pulling out the racist card,
right?
Oh, they don't speak English.
All right, so now if I add a gradient, and I want this gradient right here. Okay, yeah, once you add a gradient, you can't get rid of it. The gradient's there permanently. Seriously. The gradient, now I have the gradient.
And I mentioned, I was in someone's chat and I mentioned this, but like, if he's having this much trouble with this, can you imagine him trying to figure out how to use Photoshop? Like, I would love to see Phil spend 2 hours just trying to learn how to Photoshop a simple thing. Like, he would freak the fuck out. Like, how do I do this? This doesn't even make any sense. Where is this tool? I can't find the Phil bucket tool. This is bullshit. Like, it would be fucking hilarious to see this moron try to learn how to use Photoshop. He can't even probably use fucking Paint, like the Windows Paint fucking application. It'd be fucking hilarious. Yeah, I did see a part of that interview. It was kind of lame in my opinion, though. But he did ban Derek apparently, so that's a good thing. He finally got like bullied into fucking banning Derek. So
see it very well. It doesn't show up. It's supposed to be blue to purple, but it doesn't really show that well. So now where's the edit button? Like if I want to change that gradient, right? What if I wanted to change blue to red? What the fuck did it just do? It made a line? What is going on? Look at that.
And now he's drawing because he has the pen tool.
I told it to change the gradient. And instead, it did a red line across the center of the screen.
Yeah.
That's not a change in gradient. Yeah, this app is complete crap. So basically, if you make one mistake,
Yeah.
you have to start your entire thing over.
Never mind. I wet my pants. It's fine. Okay, I don't need to go to the bathroom anymore.
But it's still selecting the same text. I'm on a new layer. And you still select the same text. How do I make another line of text? This is shit.
You still haven't told me how to make a new line of
I have no clue how you're
text.
supposed to work with this thing. The app is complete crap. I have no clue. I can't figure this out. I did figure out how to change the
really
color
a dunderhead,
of the text
isn't he?
earlier, and then I don't even know how because I did it by accident.
I don't even know
Look, I made
how
like
to
700
do
layers,
this.
and none of them do anything. I really don't know how to use it. I think I might have a thing that I can't use because it just seems terrible. It really does. It seems like it's a terrible app.
And like I said before, he could just keep it like this, and that looks totally fine. This looks way better than what he's using it for right now. Because right now he's literally just using it as a really shitty looking digital photo frame, where he has pictures of his cat, of him in stupid costumes looking retarded. No pictures of his wife. Again, you won't have any picture like his wedding picture that he has of him and his wife or anything. You won't have that picture on there. Like, this looks way better than him trying to use shitty-ass pictures from his Instagram.
I don't understand what I'm supposed to do with it to get it to work. I'm a complete loss. Okay? And it's to the point where, like, we now need someone to interject and say, okay, technology is advancing, and that's great. But at some point when technology advances, everything else in life has to catch up to it. And that's not where we are right now. We're in a situation where now you're seeing rampant.
Rampant. We'll just end it right there. Rampant. Alright, I already watched that. Okay. 1 second. I want to see if I can set something up here. For the end of the stream, I want to play something. I don't know if I'm going to end it right this second, but I do want to... if I can figure out where the hell I put that. I have to actually go It's in my downloads folder because I think that's where it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in my downloads folder. Shit. No, it's not that one. All right, hold on one second. I'm sorry. Shit. Then we'll pull this up. Stop that. Bring that down. And then where was it? 18 something? Okay, here we go. All right, I'll just keep that up and we'll do that at the end. This will be good for this. All right, let's bring this back. I know I'm unprofessional. It's like I'm trying, like, so I use window capture to capture this particular window source, and then I'll just switch the different like videos. But I wanted to play at the end of the stream. I wanted to play a clip that I had downloaded, so it's not really a clip that's online anywhere yet, and it's actually part of a new video I'm working on. But I was going to show you the original clip that's unedited because I was going to edit in other things into it. But I wanted to show you the original clip unedited as like a sneak preview for a video that I'm working on currently that's going to have other things added to it as a finisher for the stream. But again, since this is a window clip and I don't want to just show my giant desktop that's a mess of shit right now. So, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm actually surprised he actually went. Well, so, like I said before, like, he obviously didn't want to ban Derek, and he kind of was, like, pressured into banning him, and, like, when everyone was telling him, hey, you should probably just ban the fucker, and when he, like, and he did, but he was like, oh, I don't even see what's the big deal, I don't see why I should fucking ban him, and he's mentioned before, I don't care what you guys do off the stream, you know, like, so it's like, he clearly knows, I think. But he didn't want to ban him, but like, he was forced to, I guess. Because he clearly didn't want to.
I opened up my phone, all right? And I just went right to WWE Champion, my favorite pastime. And immediately I took all the support that you guys gave me on that stream last night, and I just went on a pull frenzy. It was pull after pull after pull.
I mean,
and
it's true.
Boom, Hogan. Oh, Macho Man, Hogan, Andre the Giant, Hogan. It was amazing. Last time I had financial freedom was probably 2014 when I moved out here. That was the end of it. Seriously, like 2014. It's beautiful. I also have black hexagons, but they didn't really stand out because you couldn't see the design. The black literally didn't reflect light, absorbed it all.
Oh, his ugly ass fucking background with these hexagon things. Yeah, it's disgusting, Phil. And like they are shaped in a way where you could like make a cool pattern with the octagon stuff, like pattern in here, and he doesn't make them connect or like form a pattern or anything. He just kind of haphazardly pastes them to the fucking wall like that. And I guess now he has white ones down below too. It just looks like a fucking mess.
Couldn't see the nice lighting and everything on it, so we decided against using the black. Instead we used all blue. So it ended up
the shitty lighting that looks the same as
before. Let me tell you something. My Detractor.
Because didn't he fucking spend like $50 on the professional Elgato fucking string lights or whatever that he has, the gamer lights, the streamer lights back there? It looks exactly the same as the ones he had before that he got for a lot cheaper.
Can't fucking handle it. They are so upset.
I mean, I would find it really funny if he actually got
and the fact that people stood
arrested
around for
or
it,
thrown in jail,
engaged, they talked
because he did commit crimes. Yes, tax fraud is a crime. Perjury is a crime.
Super chats, memberships coming in,
but it's likely he's not going to be arrested
why
for
would
that.
people support Phil when all he did was
it is a padded cell. That's what he's turning his room into.
That's the point.
It's very apropos.
They don't like you.
Philip.
They like you making fun of me, but they don't like you. They actually genuinely like me. So they came by to support me when I was doing something outside the box that they knew would improve
Hold on.
They like you making That's the point. Because people like me, stupid. They don't like you. They like you making fun of me, but they don't like you. They actually genuinely like me. So they came.
What? Wait. So let me get this straight. People that are watching Detractors don't like the Detractors, they like you. If they liked you, they would be on your stream watching you. A lot of people that watch Detractors like absolutely refuse to watch you directly on your site because they hate you so much that they do not want to give you a free view of your shit. So they would rather watch Raw Phil or Dark Dave Mears that the Detractor, like Raw Phil, the Detractor that runs Raw Phil and Dark Dave Mears, they don't even fucking talk. They literally just mirror your stream because people would rather watch that and talk amongst themselves as other Detractors or not fans of yours than watch your straight shit. Because they don't want to give you a free fucking view. Because they don't like you. If they actually liked you, they would be on your fucking stream, Phil. And I know a lot of people who watch Detractors end up liking that Detractor. There's a lot of people who love ALT, and that being said, there's a lot of people who love to interact with Detractor Beam, or Len the Deranged, or fucking Anlee and stuff. They like doing it piece to piece. They form a relationship. They have friends that also watch them. They talk amongst themselves in the chat. None of them are fans of yours, Phil. They do not like you. That's why they like Detractor content. Are you this stupid to believe that people are watching Detractor content because they like you? Really? That they don't, Phil. I hate to burst your bubble, but they really do not like you.
By to support me when I was doing something outside the box that they knew would improve streams moving forward. So they're sitting there so upset that I had a good day. Tough shit. Get used to it, bro, because it ain't gonna change. This is the new normal, the new reality.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
Has fun with his audience.
He obviously wants fucking internet police to like fucking police the internet and like curtail it so no one has freedom at all. That's what he wants. He wants it to be a dictatorship, basically.
And support, and we continue on making fun of you. All right, I received a $15 tip. Have a good one. Well, thank you, whoever that was. I appreciate that. That's actually the biggest tip contribution of the night. I appreciate that, too, because all these people who did $1 tips, you realize I only get like 50, 60 cents out of that. So even though it says I have $40 in tips right now, I probably have about like 27. In fact, you're the reason why this is continuing if you don't get it. 10 years of karma is finally coming back to bite you in the fucking ass. All you morons out there who made fun of me constantly and said bullshit and made shit up. Now you have no...
Karma does not work that way, Phil. Sorry. And I honestly, like, I'm a firm believer in karma, right? But I don't really see how making fun, like, if we were making fun of someone who was truly innocent and just bullying a random person who didn't actually do anything wrong, that would be karma, right? That would be us asking for karma, getting karma retributed against us. But that's not the case here, Phil. You are not a good person. You are a negative individual. In fact, you could consider all of us as detractors your karma for all the negative shit that you have done over the past 15 fucking years of streaming. We are the culmination of the karma that's coming back against you for all the negative fucking shit that you have fucking done. Do you understand that? We actually are your karma. We, as detractors, are not accruing negative karma for being your karma. I know it's a lot of karmas, but, like, that's not how karma works, Phil. Sorry.
Content. The only content you can make is like, oh shit, Phil did good again today. Oops.
Oops.
Well, it is what it is.
We're
Like
still
I said last
laughing
night,
at you because you still act... It doesn't matter if you made a lot of money or not, Phil. You still act like a retard either way. If you don't get money, you're begging and you're super fucking desperate, and that's funny. if you do get all your money, you're acting super confident and like a fucking wrestling clown, and that's fucking funny. So either way, we're making fun of you. Doesn't matter if you make money or do good or not, you know? We're still gonna fucking make fun of you.
When they clipped me, were sure to include the leaderboard down there to show what a great day I had, right?
They do.
Now, by the way, I will just say this. Please, do not support my content because you want to stick it to the trolls who cry and seethe.
Don't do that, but actually please do that. Because that's basically what he's doing.
And just have a big hissy fit, you know, on their back like infants, like babies. Phil had success today. Babies.
42 years old.
Phil had success today. Don't support my streams just because of that. I mean, that will be
wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Please don't do that. Wink, wink.
You'll see more suffering, more seething and pain from my trolls. But please don't support the stream just for that. I would prefer if you would support my streams because you like the content. And the same goes for Review Tech. I know the guy's down on his luck. He hasn't even apparently streamed in several days since his documentary hit, and everyone on the internet made him a laughingstock. So because of that, you know, I understand he's probably down on his luck. He's not feeling good. Please do not just support me because you want to stick it to Rich. All right?
Why would they? You're not related to Rich whatsoever. At least the Detractors kind of makes dent-headed sense, even though none of us really give two shits if you make money or not. But like, you have no real connection to Rich. So what, you fucking went over a stupid fucking documentary with Kino Casino? Who cares? Like, why would they give you money for that?
But we're going to continue to make fun of my trolls. I mean, that's part of the fun.
Oh, he loves jerking off those imaginary dicks.
So last night, after I shut down,
the corner demons
I finished my work, I clipped. But let me tell you guys something, okay? Last night, after I was done in here, I went downstairs and I saw my wife. I gave her a big hug and a kiss. I said, honey, what a great day we had.
That's a doubt. Can we get a, like, I'm not going to do it because it would take forever for me to find it. But can we, like, enter here the clip of DSP, like, try, like, when he was co-streaming with Kat and, like, he tried to touch her to calm her down or whatever and she recoiled from his touch? Just imagine me putting that clip here, because that would take forever for me to find it. She does not like being touched by that guy. There's no way in fuck she's letting him hug him. Sorry.
Let's relax. And we relaxed.
It was so uncomfortable.
I sat down on the couch. I opened up my phone, all right? And I just went right to WWE Champion, my favorite pastime. And immediately I took all the support that you guys gave me.
At least he's being honest now about it.
I just went on a pull frenzy. It was pull after pull after pull. And I just, boom, Hogan. Oh, Macho Man, Hogan, Andre the Giant, Hogan. It was amazing. I had such fun last night blowing all of the stuff that I had raised on stream so frivolously.
Where's the lie? This is true.
And it's gone. Just
Sorry.
gone like that. In an
instant, fucking gone. Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
What I love, that's the whole show and dance here, right? That's what it's
Actually, I kind of want to try to find that now, even though it's going to take forever. But hold on. What was it? The first one? Oh, that was the first reveal. No, it was the one where it was...
Intro, and then we'll begin. We already have a shout out about living here.
I'd say that's a pot.
You have a call. There you go.
Yeah.
And I would. The super chat.
I know it was the one where she was sitting to the left of him, but...
You guys know the answer for me. I know Cat.
I don't think this is it, though.
Chris, it's not that I don't...
I don't know whereabouts it was.
The idea of a front declawed cat, they wanted a cat that was indoor and outdoor, and he can't be
No,
outdoor.
I don't think this has it.
He has
Oh,
no
well.
claws to defend.
And it's like, it's hard for me to look it up because I don't know exactly what to search for. Let me just try. And this is all old shit. Hold on, let me see if I can just go to the actual... This is probably taking way too long. Oh, that's old. That's the first one. That's not it. How come it's not showing up for that? Did he hide it? R2, this is it.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. Family night here on DSP Gaming.
Family night, Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
This in part one. It's January.
It was near the end, I believe. So let me just.
We're back. We took a little break, stretched our legs, used the restroom, refreshed our drinks, and now we're back for another hour. Again, whatever you guys want to talk about.
This ain't the whole
right
thing.
now,
This is
no
just part
contributions
2,
to shout
though.
out. We caught up. So if you want to tag us in the chat, great. If anything comes in, great. If we do run out of things to talk about, we do have some questions that were saved up in a thread, and we can access that.
From the series? Oh, Lord. I think it was near the end. Part 1. This is part 2, though, ain't it? Game, food, trip. No, it's... He just labeled this all fucked up, that's all.
All right, everyone, welcome back. This is part 2 of our very special Burnell Family Night stream, where all we're doing is kind of hanging out live with the stream chat and talking with everyone.
Oh, no, this is the other one. God damn it.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. Family Night here on DSP
Part
Gaming.
1.
I forgot to say this in part 1. It's January 17, 2024. And when we drive certain places, you can actually see Mount Rainier right there on the horizon.
Right there in the horizon. Was this the end? Yeah, it was closing remarks.
And it's really, really gorgeous, but it's only from certain...
Oh no, that was when they did the restream together. Fuck. What was that, Dondoko Island? However the fuck you pronounce that. Okay, part the first ever, but how long was that?
Dondoko Island, when I was bored.
That's just
done. I got the
him.
money I
Yeah,
ran.
that's just him doing the thing. Oh, this is Annelies. Never mind. Why am I even looking for this? This is stupid. But now I'm like, oh, I gotta find it now.
Okay, everyone. Well, good evening and welcome to...
It was like when she left.
Oops, it's 2 of them. Okay. Resell with things that we have a lot of resources. We got a lot of resources, so it basically makes us a lot faster that we have.
Where's the next one, Phil?
Good.
Oh, we didn't make the bar. Let's make the bar.
Yeah, make a few things we haven't made yet. See if we sell them. We make big money.
Now we can make more.
Oh, number 1 star. Roadside coffee shop instead of the truck. That's cool. Make some of those.
Part 24.
Top says if we ever were to get an aquarium, what kind of fish would be interested in getting? He's
Like his lineup is so bad that he doesn't even have like the next
like
part in a row.
Right? Those cute tangs.
Yeah.
They're the unique shape. It's almost like a big arrowhead, right?
Yeah.
With things shooting out the side.
God, that game, it looks terrible too. Alright, fuck it, I can't find it. Like I said, I knew that was gonna take forever to fucking find.
That's what everyone says. So that must be what happened.
Sorry.
Totally. So
I knew it was gonna take forever to find.
Supporting the Champions run. It continues. So many Hogans, so little time. I mean, at this point, I got so many Hogans, the locker room's like bustling with, like they're trying to close the door, but there's Hogan arms and legs sticking out cartoonishly. They can't close it. Fuck, get these Hogans in here. So, someone's asked, is $1.20 tip, what's your opinion on the term Pigroach, or why do they even call you that? Because they're fucking morons. That's why.
That's just funny.
They have to dehumanize someone because it makes them feel better about the awful things they do to me. So instead of actually fessing up to the fact that they're being horrible to a real human, they try to
That's not the case at all, Phil. We know you're technically a human, even though you act like a fucking alien most of the fucking time. No, they call you a pig because you snorted so fucking much. You still do. You snort all the goddamn time. They call you a roach because you refuse to die. You're like, you've mentioned this before. Like, oh, well, they call me a roach, but it's really terms of endearment because I'm never gonna go away, guys. Like, that's what he fucking does all the fucking time. He knows why we call him a roach. and he knows why we call him a pig. This isn't the case. He's just making shit up now.
Categorize me as something unhuman, so now there's no morality involved. Oh, you see, I didn't make fun of a human. I made
Define the term okay. Like, I'm sure Jasper's alive, but probably not living his best life. No one's living their best life in DSP's house. That's for damn
fun of
sure.
a pig or a roach. Or, you know what I'm
like,
saying? What
you
the
know
heck?
how like they're making fun of like J.K. Rowling because like she had like black mold in the background of her profile picture? It's kind of like that. It's like DSP's house probably has a bunch of fucking black mold and fucking dust everywhere and just fucking nasty because they never clean anything. Like, we know no one in the house is fucking cleaning, so it's probably fucking disgusting.
A pig with a party hat.
Testicle festival, what? Yeah, that rhymes. Hey, look, it's the testicle festival.
Hello, Mr. Piggy. Ziggy Piggy.
Wonder why
That's
we call
what they do. It's pathetic.
pig.
It's absolutely like psychological games, so they can try to get
Hello,
around
Mr.
realizing what they're
Piggy.
doing is wrong. But in reality, it just makes them look like a bunch of fucking idiots. You know, everyone who really looks at that from the outside.
Oh, yeah,
sees
I'm
it,
sure
it's like,
most people do.
Wow, you guys are really like that's a schoolyard insult, right? Literally, it's a schoolyard insult. It's something that a small child would do. That's the mental maturity and intelligence level of my detractors, also known as the hate army, as I'm going to call them from now on. The army of haters who hate me have no fuck.
He's co-opting his own hate army that he called his fans. Back when he was the king of hate, he would literally call his fans the hate army, and I'm gonna send my hate army against you, brother. Like, he would do stupid shit like that back in the day. And now he's just, like, refitting that to try to call all of us the hate army, Phil. Phil, I don't actually hate you. You're just a fucking clown to laugh at. That's all I'm watching you. I don't care if you fail. I don't care if you succeed. It's just funny. Now, if he, like, stopped acting like a fucking clown and was just, like... I mean, I know he's tried to act more boring on his streams so no one would make This Is How You Don't Play more often. But that hasn't really stopped the This Is How You Don't Play crowd. And he still acts like a fucking clown on his podcast all the time. That's why that's why more people watch his podcast and they all drop off when he actually comes to his gameplay, because his gameplay is boring as fuck. But when he's actually on his podcast, that's where you get the most gold dust. So you have Detractors, like most people watching his podcast are actually not really even fans of his. They're mostly detractors watching to see if he says anything really fucking stupid or funny, right? So that's why most people watch his fucking podcast. But, like, it drops off significantly after he fucking starts playing a game. Because his gameplay is boring as fuck. Like, I don't really care, Phil. I don't hate you.
Anything an intelligent adult level.
I just think
so
you're
they
pathetic.
Have insults for me and shit, okay?
Because you are.
See, I told you I hate this guy. He's an asshole. Everyone hates him.
You're a case study for how fucked up a person can be mentally. If that makes sense. You're a very interesting person. Not purposefully, because you're not purposefully interesting. You're just, like, very interesting in terms of, like, being fucked up. And you don't even realize how fucked up you are because you're so narcissistic and delusional.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate
Again,
you guys
it's
supporting my
just a
content
reality
yesterday
TV
in
show.
a very positive way. I had a great
You're watching
time.
dumb people do dumb things, and it's funny.
Okay.
He wishes it was intentional. He wishes he was playing some character, and this was also
if I had to choose between
Andy
Duty or
Kaufman
Kevin, what would
level.
I would
fucking.
Let me put it this way: if I was falling off a cliff,
Gotcha.
I was at the very edge, holding on to the edge of the cliff, and here was Duty, and he was extending his hand to save my life, and over here was Tevin, and he was extending his hand to save my life. So I had to choose life or death. I would release my hands from the cliff and do a double fucking finger fuck you on the way down as I careen into the abyss below. There you go. Thanks very much for the $1.20 tip.
So you're suicidal then? Okay, that's always good to know. Like, literally, you would rather die than accept help, even if detractors, because I'm sure there are some detractors that actually hate you, but I don't think any actual detractor wants you fucking dead, right? Like, there is speculation that fake swatting was actually you did that yourself for attention. Because it was just a wellness check. It wasn't an actual swatting, first of all. Second of all, I don't think any of us actually knows who did that. But I don't think any actual detractor wants you dead. And the fact that you would literally choose death over accepting help from a detractor says a lot about your mindset. Like, oh, but I thought you cared about your wife and you want to be there for your wife, but apparently not. Who cares about your wife? Who cares about your cat? You'd rather fucking die. I mean, okay, I mean, that's what you're saying, but all right.
It's the same person, I think, 'cause it was another $1.20 tip.
Which one? He's made a lot of Nazi jokes before. I mean, I know what you're talking about.
Seriously,
but,
I've had
yeah.
enough of this. I've had enough of these fuckheads.
Stupid fucking trolls, man.
Oh, that little... Alright. What's this one? DSP cries it, losing how much money? Get felted. 6 hours. Let me watch this one. I keep forgetting Mighty D is back. Because, like, I remember that Mighty D was, like, gone from the internet for so long that I keep forgetting he's actually back.
Here's Phil to tell you more.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to my new soundproofing foam.
And of course, he bought the most expensive kind he could from Elgato because he literally thinks that the more expensive an item is, the higher the quality it must be, when that's never the case.
Testing and possible setup segment. But the weirdest thing, so it shows a picture. It shows.
See, like, I'm not that bad of a person. Like, I could honestly hate, like, for example, Trump, right? I dislike Trump. I really do not like the fucking guy. And yeah, I made some jokes about the attempted assassination of Trump. I made some jokes. I'll be the first to admit I made jokes. But I don't actually want him to die. I think that was, like, obviously uncalled for, obviously. No one should be taking shots at anyone, let alone presidential candidates. I think that, like, it was wrong, obviously. I don't think, like, even the people I hate the most, I don't want them to actually die. I want them to get help. I want them to be better, maybe see the error of their ways or something to change for the better, but I don't want people to actually die, even people I hate. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't want Phil to die. I don't want Trump to die, you know? It's funnier for them to live longer to keep like, if they are not going to ever be better, if they're not going to ever get better and see the error of their ways, at the very least, I want them to keep fucking going, to keep making a train wreck of themselves so they can serve as a better example for other people on what not to do. You know what I mean? I would save Hitler so he could be brought to justice for all the crimes he did. So yeah, I would save Hitler so he could fucking face the penalties for all the negative shit and evil, heinous shit that he has done. Now, that would probably mean him eventually getting the death penalty, but that's the case, because that's what he earned from being a negative piece of shit, and obviously, you know, doing heinous fucking things. So I would save him just so he could be brought to justice properly. I mean, if you believe in hell, then yeah, he is in hell. Because whether you believe in karma, whether you believe in heaven and hell, or whatever your spiritual beliefs are, there's some sort of universal judgment that we all supposedly get at the end of our lives. Whatever that may be. And I honestly don't think karma is a thing that happens right away, like while we're still alive. I kind of feel like karma is something that happens after we die, kind of thing. But yeah, we all face judgment of some sort for our actions. And if I ever face karma for mildly making fun of a person online, I mean, so be it, but I don't really think it's that bad of a thing, considering how I don't touch the poop, I don't get personally involved, I don't call in SWAT threats or anything like that, swatting is against him, or actually touch the poo or anything like that. I'm just literally laughing at an idiot online. It's the same thing as watching reality TV show. I don't think that's earning of karma. But I could see how us as detractors are Phil's karma. Phil has earned us as Detractors as his version of karma. Have I heard of Moron LSD? No, I haven't.
It shows this.
I don't know who that is.
See that? And it shows this. And all it says to do is push them together. Ow. Because there's a tab in here.
Ow.
And if I do this, it's going to break. Do they actually want me to break the
Yes,
tab?
break it,
Because
Phil.
I don't think the tab, maybe it would. Maybe if I push it hard enough, it'll go in. But I don't want to break the
Oh,
frame.
more-
But that's what it's saying to do.
more-
I don't see how in the holy hell.
Mormon?
I
No,
don't
I
see
haven't.
It's a square end. See it? How is that supposed to go in there? By pushing, it's going to snap it.
Do
No.
it.
The hole is a little slit. It's not a square. So how is a square?
That's what
gonna
she
fit into
said.
there? Right?
It's probably
just-
when you gotta like pull and slit
I
on
don't
top
get
of it, slide
Yeah,
it
I
on
am
top
at a
of
loss
it.
Here. I don't get it. I think
Oh
I need
my
to see if there's
God.
a video somewhere. I'm being attacked. Ah!
Shh.
Ah! All right.
Oh Lord, I didn't actually see this. I saw the new fucking phone be put on the wall, but I didn't actually see him installing it. And as sad as it is, some of DSP's actual best content in terms of being entertaining for how stupid he is shit like this. Is him trying to set up something. When he was fiddling with the fight stick, when he's replacing the foam that was on the walls. Stupid shit like this is where his stupidity shines through, and it's really fucking entertaining at just how inept he is as a person. He did say that, yeah. He's probably an anti-Semite. I keep forgetting he has his silver play button up there.
How
What the
exactly
hell
would you
is
use
that?
a hand screwdriver into drywall? I don't think so, Tim. I don't think so, Tim. Boniface Enjoyer to the super chat says that my king shouldn't have to do this. There's no scullery maid that can be summoned for a task. I'm rooting for you, sire. This is it. He retracted his super.
And it's funny that at age 42, after owning a condo, 2 condos, because this is his second condo. He calls it a house, but it's really a condo, right? So after owning 2 condos and an apartment, at age 42, he finally bought his first ever automatic screwdriver / drill. Think about that. After owning 2 condos and an apartment, he finally bought his first ever drill set / automatic screwdriver. It's like I'm still living in my first ever apartment. I've been here for like 12 years. Wait, has it been? It's probably been longer than that. Since 2011. I've been here since 2011. And as soon as I fucking got my first place, which is this place, I bought, well, actually I didn't even buy. My dad gave me like this whole automatic screwdriver drill set thing. I'm like, because you never know when you're going to need it. Like, and like, why would you hand screw something in when it will take you 2 seconds to like auto screw something into the wall like that? You know what I mean? How has this monkey lived in like 3 or 4 different places and never fucking bought a drill set before? Or even just like a small little toolbox, because you never know what you're going to have to like fix around the house or something, you know? I mean, I don't own this place, so if anything major happens, I could just call maintenance to fix it, right? But I still fucking have like a little toolbox around the house. You know what I mean?
Super chat. I don't know why he did because I already read it. Worked beautifully. Yes. Yes. It's not working. Just like I knew, it's not working. The screw will not just go into the wall because there's no hole there. With the hole in the anchor, it works. Without the hole in the anchor, this screw.
Wait, what? You're saying the screw won't? You can't. You're saying that the automatic screwdriver will not drill. Well, not even drill, because he's not trying to drill it. You're saying that you can't just put the damn screwdriver in the wall and screw in a hole with a screwdriver? That will work, Phil. Even if, like, he has no stud finder, first of all, so he's not even trying to find the stud. Like, wouldn't you try to find where the stud is first, so you're not just drilling into the plasterboard whatever it's called, drywall. That's it. So you're not just screwing into the drywall, because you probably don't want to screw into the drywall. I would think you would try to find the goddamn stud, and a stud finder is really cheap. You can find one for super cheap in Walmart. Like, Jesus Christ.
Screw will not go into the wall. I'm trying. It won't go in.
Yeah, it
so, I don't
should.
know what you guys are talking about.
It's probably not going in because there's a stud there. I mean, like, you would probably just be able to still screw it into it.
You don't need the hole in the drywall. It doesn't work. It stripped this fucking screw. The top one worked fine. The bottom one, it stripped the screw for no reason. Same exact bit. So it's the right bit, but it fucked it up anyway. Or not.
Wait, is he trying? Oh, okay.
It fucked up the bottom one. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't even get it to tighten now. It's stuck. So later on, if I ever want to get that out of the wall, I'm going to have to rip it out of the wall with, like, pliers. But I don't know what I was supposed to do. You know, I don't know what I was supposed to do.
This guy is so inept.
Nothing I can do. I can't reach out or
Holy
nothing.
shit.
It's stuck in there, so the first panel is going to always be loose on the bottom. There's nothing I can do about that. Thank God I don't need to drill anymore. We know how to do it, and it's easy. This is now easy. Because I feel
Oh, yeah, I know Trump does say shit like that. Yeah, 100%. That's why I don't like him. Oh, no, Phil can't fucking find that.
This is easy shit.
They haven't even tried. They aren't a real couple. They are literally just roommates living together.
For sure, on the late stream, we can finish this up. I'm gonna
and there's nothing wrong with that, per se.
Okay?
But
it's basically just a small bedroom. The instructions were like, oh, force it together like this. Like, that's not how you do it. You actually snap it from behind.
That's what I thought. You would snap it in.
Into a little thing, and it snaps, and now you're done. But it didn't explain that at all. I had to watch the video off of YouTube to figure that out.
Oh my God, you're that he's that inept that he can't figure out that you can snap it onto it. They don't force it into each other. You're like, oh, look, these things don't fit together. Let me try to smash together. Like, if they don't fit in that way, then it probably snaps onto it. Holy shit, he is stupid.
Eventually, I may get white panels, but they were too expensive. They were double the price of the other ones, and I didn't want the person who was donating to spend that much money.
Yeah, the person who was donating.
Setup.
Okay,
Can you imagine?
You didn't want to spend that much money.
Like, nah, we're not gonna do that. That's just crazy.
What's up, Jade? How are you tonight?
Marine X. I already know we have drywall anchors. They didn't really work. The hardware is crap, and the hardware that they gave me, the screws are terrible. So I get them in the drywall anchor, but then they freaking strip on me, and it's just a nightmare. The hardware they gave me is not good. Your haircut is clean. Do I see a fade? Why is everyone saying this? This is the same haircut I get every time. You're aware of this, right? I've been getting this haircut for like 2 straight years.
Yeah, your haircut's awful.
The screw went all the way through the drywall.
It's like it's an attempted fade, but it's not.
Loose and won't stay put. How does that even make sense? It's a self-boring screw. There's no hole in the drywall. How is that possible? Yeah.
Because you're screwing it into just the drywall, so you're not using the anchor. You're not using a stud, so obviously it's going to be loose. Phil? Like, how, what? Like, yeah, if you're just screwing into the drywall, it's going to be loose. Because you're not looking for a stud.
It's weird that this one went through and the others didn't.
And I'm not portraying myself as some, like, super handyman. I don't know how a lot of things work. But I at least know that if you want to hang something even remotely heavy, you would probably try to find a fucking stud. Like, I have a lot of things hanging on my walls that are literally just being held up with a thumbtack. Just like a push-pin thumbtack thing. I just push that in the wall and then I'll hang a anime wall scroll up. That's all I do. And it's good enough for that because it's not a heavy thing. It's just a wall scroll. It's very light. You know what I mean? Or a poster or something. And if it's something heavy, like I have like this light box that's hanging off on my wall, and that's heavy. That's attached to that's in a stud. I have a nail that went into a stud, and that's holding it up. Come on, Phil.
Through like this one did. It's very weird. Oh fuck!
Yeah, right. His stud is John for sure.
Get it? So they want to pull this out of the drywall. I just got to go get my hammer and pull this out of the drywall now. What a pain in the ass. I'm getting really bad luck. In one place, there's the stud.
Like, why is he trying to do this on stream in the first place, though? Like, come on.
So either way, no matter where I put it, it's not working on this one panel.
Like, why don't you do this off stream? I know why, but like, why don't you do this off stream? Why are you doing this during a stream when you could actually be playing a fucking game? But no, he can't do that because he won't get paid for putting this up, even though you shouldn't be paid for putting this shit up anyway. This is for your streams to sound and look good, supposedly. So you should be doing this on your own free time and not during the stream's time. But he won't do that because he has to do everything on stream so he gets paid for it so he can write it off as a tax expense.
It hits the stud and it won't go any further. I gotta take it out. Sucks. Read the dead red guy. What do you mean?
If it hits a stud, it should go in. It's a powered screwdriver. Either you got the shittiest fucking powered screwdriver there is, or maybe the battery's dying or something like that. Because any powered screwdriver should be able to screw into a stud. What?
He's asking me what do I think about people who spend a lot of money on games. What do you mean? What kind of a lot of money on games? Your question is way too general to make sense. You have to clarify what you mean by that. This is making absolutely no sense. This one, again, went through the drywall and is loose. The one directly below it, down here, this one, this didn't happen. It went through and got tight and stopped. This one, it went through the drywall and is now loose. How does that make any fucking sense? I don't even understand. I'm lost how that could be happening. Because you know if it did it on top, it's going to do it on the bottom too. So now I'm going to have screws. I'm going to have to put sticky tabs too. I don't even know what else to fucking do.
Sticky tabs.
This is ridiculous at this point. Read the dead red guy says, I'm clarifying. People say that you spend money on WWE, even though you don't. I don't care what they say. Listen, if I spend $0 on WWE,
but he admitted already that he does spend money on WWE still.
WWE champions, or I spend $1 million on WWE champions, is none of their fucking business. I can do whatever I want. I'll pull 5,000 Hogans tonight.
Yeah, you could do whatever you want if you had a real fucking job where you actually earned money. But you don't. You beg your audience constantly for money. You feign distress, which is against TOS, by the way. Feigning distress like that is against fucking YouTube terms of service. Feign distress, oh, they're going to take my house away. They're going to take this away. I can't afford to eat if you guys don't donate money. All this bullshit that he lies and says he needs money for, and then he turns around and uses that same fucking money on WWE champions. So that's why people are upset. If you actually earned your money through sponsorships or a real fucking job, no one would give two shits what you spent your money on, Phil. But because you beg your audience constantly, that's when people get upset. And he never gets it across his dumbass fucking head.
Seriously, they can go fuck themselves. I don't care what people say. How do I know that Hogan is in the game? That's pretty sus. Because I play the game. I've already admitted it over and over the years. People are just so fucking stupid they don't listen. I've said I play the game. There you go. Excuse me. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about the belch. Didn't mean to do that. I've never heard of drywall that in some spots is thicker than another spot. But it seems like this drywall is like that because...
How? It's a stud! How do you not know what a stud is, Phil? Obviously, if it's harder in one spot than the other spot, it's probably a fucking stud. Or a support beam, or maybe a beam going horizontal instead of vertical. Like, what?
That one went in completely perfect, all the way to the wall, snug, sweet, fine. But further down, on the exact same...
And why are you not using the anchors? I mean, I don't know how heavy these things actually are. Probably not that heavy, but you should probably use the anchors for it.
Because I want to finish this tonight. Okay, so now I'm getting a more general question. What do I think about people who spend that much money on mobile games in general? People's money is their own to spend however they want. Now, you can judgmentally say something from a subjective standpoint and be like, well, I think that's stupid to spend that much money frivolously on a mobile game, right? And that's your right to criticize like that, if that's what you think, right? For me, all right, I'll be honest, in the past, I have spent a significant amount of money on mobile games before even the WWE Champions thing even existed. I used to play one called WWE Supercard, all right? That one I have publicly admitted.
There's nothing wrong with Snickers. I like Snickers.
And I regret it now because I look back and I'm like, it was a waste of time, a waste of money. I earned nothing. It was just because I was addicted to it.
And I would be a hypocrite if I made fun of Kat's weight when I'm bigger myself. I mean, I don't really have a problem with her being bigger. I mean,
no one really has a right to criticize.
And there's nothing wrong with chubby
spending
chasers or people who actually like bigger people. The problem is, it's clear that there's no romantic chemistry whatsoever between DSP and Kat.
Do tall people also have long PPs? It depends on who's asking.
What? What is that? What the fuck is that, Philip? Huh? I would say that is where the smoke alarm is supposed to be. But if anyone knows their DSP history, they would know that even back in his condo in Connecticut, he would purposely remove his smoke alarms because they annoyed him, because he kept having to change the batteries and they would squeak every now and then. And then you obviously had the infamous fucking Final Fantasy 13 unboxing where smoke alarm wouldn't shut the fuck up, or the fire alarm wouldn't shut the fuck up. But this is obviously a fire fucking hazard, Phil. That he, like, has he removed the fire alarms from every single fucking room in his house? Because I'm pretty sure that goes against the homeowners association. Because you're putting your condo and your neighbor's condos at risk of a fire if you're constantly removing every single smoke alarm and fire alarm in that house. Philip, what do you think that fucking is? Jesus Christ. I didn't know he was still doing that in his new place. I knew he did that in I don't think he could be arrested for that, but it's definitely a violation of the homeowners association. And the homeowners association could fine him and or force him to put them back in if they ever found out about that. Because that is, oh, look at this fucking pause face too. That is a fucking corner demon if I ever saw one. Hold on, let me take a screenshot of that. Jesus Christ. Come on, Phil. But that's definitely a homeowner, because I'm pretty sure all condos are part of some kind of like either a homeowner association or a condo association where there are certain rules you have to follow, just like an apartment, really. You know? Like, I have an apartment, I can't just, well, I mean, theoretically, I could take the smoke alarms off, but when inspection time comes around, if I left those off, I would get in trouble for taking those off. You know what I mean?
The camera is being dumb and it's auto-focusing, so I have to tell it not to, or auto, trying to get the angle. So let me fix this by doing it manually. I have no clue why the camera does this from time to time. It just decides to do whatever it wants and doesn't really listen to me.
But yeah, that's obviously a smoke alarm he just took off.
He did not. Whoa, those are my feet.
Ew. Jesus Christ. What is this mess over here? Look at all this cables and stuff. You got the Jasper spray bottle here. You got his stupid ass fight stick over here. He has his little hammer here. And his screwdriver. And his nasty ass fucking chicken legs here. Muscle atrophy, Phil.
Bare feet. We don't want that. Hold on.
Disgusting.
Now, oh, there we go. Okay, go up. See, it's confused. Doesn't know what it's doing. All right, here we are. Nope, stop. Look at that. Wow. That looks great. Look at that, man.
Not really. It kind of looks stupid.
Right there, dude.
Oh my god, next level stuff,
sure.
dude.
It all lines up. All right, so let me zoom all the way out so you guys can see
what the fuck is that?
All of its glory. There you go. Look at that.
Oh, that looks so bad.
Guys.
And you remember how Phil was shitting on PC players for having everything be RGB this and RGB that? Oh, wow, look, you're mesmerized by colors. And he's over here being impressed by, like, what, like a 30-year-old Spencer's gift toy over here? And look at this fucking pause face. Oh, look, it's like a Tesla coil or something. You know, the same shit Spencer's has been fucking selling for like 30 or 40 fucking years. Jesus Christ.
That thing is...
I have a lava lamp in my background, or not my background, but I have a lava lamp in my room too, Phil. Whoa, I'm not fucking impressed with it like it's 4 years old.
Awesome.
All right, last chance for someone to throw in a final $12 King's Tax and just end the night on a high note. All right? That way, tomorrow, Duty streams, Duty will not make a video saying, well, Phil just hung his background all day long. And yeah, he completely maxed out all of his goals throughout the day, except he was short by $12 at the last night. So we really stuck it to Phil because he didn't make that final $12.
That's not what any Detractor content is about. They would make fun of how much, like this clip here, was just making fun of how much you fucked it up, Phil, and how much of a fucking grug you are.
Take that, Phil. What's hilarious is someone in the chat just said, all you're doing is giving the...
And how much he looks like a fucking mental midget, especially with the fucking Bender hat. Jesus Christ, the Bender hat is the worst.
You don't get the joke, do you? Don't you get it? Don't you understand what this is all about? Really, do you not understand what this is all about? It's time to get paid.
No, I didn't hear about how Duty was talking to Keem or whatever, though.
For all the fucking years that these people...
I heard that Duty was contemplating on Twitter how, like, he would, like, private his videos temporarily just to get DSP to talk about how he won or whatever, just to fucking gaslight him.
Caused me.
I didn't hear that.
Now is the time that I get karma on my side. Do you understand?
I
Doesn't
get
matter if you have
karma
content.
on
I
my
just had a great
side.
streaming day. I made exceeded all my goals. I'm living life to the largest and fullest and having a great time.
Oh, projection. He's coping so hard right here. My life has never been better.
And
He
they're
really
still
is
little nobody
special.
bitches.
Even without the
And it will
Hattie
never change
special. But
until
yeah.
they realize
It
that
really
they're doing it their own time. Keep the
emphasizes
fuck out of
the
it. Go ahead. Be
specialness.
sure to
of-
include the totals down here in your clip.
They did.
And you can choke on it.
They did.
Okay?
No one
Detractors,
cares.
Filted, the hate army, crying,
Oh
seething,
my
shitting their
god,
fucking
this
pants.
man
Actually,
is
I actually heard
delusional.
today I did so good that Doody is actually constipated. He can't shit. He's gonna
Oh
have
my
to kick himself up
oh,
and have muscle
scat humor. Fucking third grade scat humor
right,
again.
in order to take a shit because he's so angry. He can't pop his namesake. He can't get out of himself because he's so fucking upset.
Pathetic. You serious?
You serious?
Pathetic. Alright, that's the end of the stream. But before we go, I want to show you guys something. So let me clear this and get it on stream here. Let me make sure it's not too loud, hopefully. Now let me go back. Display capture, I think? Yes. This will work for it. Alright. So this is... I'm not going to take credit for this. Someone else found out about this clip. But this is in the process of me editing a short video about this clip. No, not showing any of that shit online. I don't have any secrets anyway like that. But even if I did, I wouldn't show that online. No. This is from a playthrough of DSP's from when he was playing the Final Fantasy V remaster, and apparently he made a statement in passing that not a whole lot of people really caught at the time. And I was watching a Golden Triangle Gaming stream, and someone found this, and I'm like, holy shit! It all kind of fucking fits together. And then I was watching the symptom. Well, I'll get into that in a second. So let's just play this really quick. Hopefully, oh shit, audio is not going to go through. Let me change that. Hopefully the audio works now. All right, ready?
Guido. Where's the turtle Guido? Is he still here? Is he alright? I wonder where Guido is. I'm not a cookie hater. I just don't eat cookies. I'm old. I'm an old fart. I don't eat cookies anymore. I can't be eating cookies. I'm already old and fat. Right? I can't be eating cookies. What are you guys, crazy? I say, Phil, why don't you just sit around eating M&Ms all day? Because I'm 41. I don't want to die tomorrow. You know, diabetes and shit. I can't do that.
Wait, what was that, Phil? Huh? Phil? Do you want to explain a little bit more about what I just heard?
I'm not a cookie hater. I just don't eat cookies. I'm old. I'm an old fart. I don't eat cookies anymore. I can't be eating cookies. I'm already old and fat. Right? I can't be eating cookies. What are you guys, crazy? I say, Phil, why don't you just sit around eating M&Ms all day? Because I'm 41. I don't want to die tomorrow.
You don't want to die tomorrow, huh?
You know, diabetes and shit.
You have diabetes and shit.
I can't do that. I don't want to be getting sicknesses. You know? All day. Because I'm 41. I don't want to die tomorrow. You know, diabetes and shit. I can't do that.
So is this confirmed that DSP has fucking diabetes? Diabetes? You have the diabetes, Philip. I mean, he says it in passing, but I don't think that's something he would just joke about. I don't know. Oh, no, I do watch, well, not really watch, but I look at images of furry porn, sure, but I'm not going to show it on YouTube. That's not quite something I want to do. But yeah, so I'm working on editing a video about him having diabetes, and the unknown symptoms of diabetes surprisingly goes a lot with what we know of Phil, including things like blurred vision, bad vision, muscular atrophy, irritability, itchy skin, which is why he's constantly touching his face all the time. There's a lot of symptoms of diabetes that kind of goes with what we see of DSP a lot. So that's a video I'm currently working on. I just wanted to show you guys, but I wanted to thank everyone for stopping by. I know I didn't get to cover a whole lot today, unfortunately, because I kept having to pause it and I was getting a little irritated. But thank you everyone for sticking by and watching. Thank you, Thomas, for subbing. I appreciate that. And I'll see you guys next time, all right? Probably in a week or two. Probably a week. Like next week or maybe even Friday if I have nothing going on to catch up with more shit. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you.